GL. Sleepy, I just seen your message up there in this in the live stream. Sleepy say, cut the phones back on. I promise I won't call up there drunk again. Sleep, we wish it was easy as that. We wish it was easy as that. Look, this is a situation, y'all. Another massive cyber attack, but this time they got into our phone system.
Right. Yeah.
Now I pay charters, monkey ass, because I'm getting the internet connection, which I have to get the top tier speed to connect with our servers up in Canada. I pay charters, monkey ass, about $650 a month. And I just got through Hitler cussing they ass out.
Yeah, you did.
Because see, we expect when we pay for these 6 phone lines to be working so that you Hebrews will be able to call up her from all over the world.
That's right.
Can you believe them heathen bastards told me? We see what the problem is, but we working on it. I'm like, working on it.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a live broadcast.
Right.
So y'all know I demanded immediately a credit for this month, for the entire month.
Yeah, they say you was crazy.
Heathen, and then had a sister on her, and I wore that sister ears out.
Sure did. Yeah.
Demanded to speak to some supervisors. She claiming ain't no supervisors there. Daniel say the supervisors waving at her like, tell him I ain't here. Tell him I ain't here. Right. I'm on break. Tell him I ain't here. I'm listening to this crazy Negro.
They ain't want no parts of it.
They scrambling, trying to get these 6 phone lines together. We went from having a dial tone to having a fast, busy signal. And when y'all try to call up to the studio, y'all getting this crazy ass error message that where you calling from won't let the call go through. And see, I pay too much in antivirus this and antivirus that. And boy, I told that heifer, I'm glad Paul Allen ass is dead.
Yo.
That's the cracker that owned Charter. Was also the owner of the Seattle Seahawks NFL franchise and the Portland Trail Blazers basketball team. That was the right-hand man of Bill Gates. Him and Bill Gates started Microsoft, Paul Allen. That's who owned Charter Communications. I told that heifer, I'm glad that cracker dead. Y'all messing up my live broadcast. I got Hebrews online from all over the world. We get calls from all over the world. I'm sorry, sir, I understand. No, you don't understand.
You sure don't.
Then when I told this heifer, I want to be credited for this month, I'm like, I don't want to hear that. Let me speak to a supervisor.
Yeah.
Then she gonna pull a ain't no supervisors here card. So I demanded this heifer's work ID. I believe she gave me some faulty information. They're talking about this LOV. How is your work ID LOV, Miss Love? Boy, I've been spitting like a spitting cobra up in her.
Yeah.
We have to apologize to our worldwide assembly this morning. You know, I knew going hard last night on them devil's ass, Daniel, and that first hour, the way we tore into those news articles and some of these hobo ass Hebrews, the devil mad as hell.
Yeah. If you want to give them, like say, we can hang on for a half hour, so maybe take some questions from live stream.
Yeah, how about that? Since we can't get no call-ins at this moment, you Hebrews that's up in a live stream on God's Warrior 298. We'll take a few questions from y'all. We'll hang about 30 minutes because this help. I asked the heifer, what you mean y'all need my callback number? I need these lines fixed right now.
That's the callback number.
We've escalated. We're working on it. I'm like, give me a time frame. When you gonna have these phone lines? The bill is paid. When you gonna have these phone lines work? I can't give you a time. Could it be later today? Could it be tomorrow? I'm not sure. That heifer wanted to get off the line so bad, Daniel Solomon, it wasn't even funny.
Boy, that was the call from hell.
I know she was like, whoo, that nigga mad as hell.
Yeah.
And I sure asked her, y'all recording this? Because I'm calling back to speak to a supervisor. Whew. So again, let me check again. Fast ass busy. They doing that out of spite because I wore their ears out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Make
down
him
there,
wait
man,
now.
for one button, they should be able to reboot the whole damn thing.
Yeah, make him wait a minute.
That's exactly what it is.
Y'all see why my patience ain't worth a damn? I told that heifer, y'all look at my track record. This station been going on 3 years. I pay y'all about $680 a month.
Yeah.
What's that over a year?
Yeah, that's
Hell, 10 months is $6,800.
Yeah.
So we paying y'all over $8 grand a year for these 6 phone lines and this internet connection.
Yeah.
We want it working.
Yeah.
Or these heathens
They
crazy
said
as
we'll
hell.
give you one or the other. We'll sabotage the internet one day and let the phones work, and we'll flip it around the other way.
Exactly.
And see, because we be wearing their asses out, you Israelites, this is why we got these heathens undivided attention, Daniel Solomon.
Yes, sir.
And let's talk about this hobo-ass compound living again.
Yeah.
Because this doctrine that this gorilla-looking bastard and whispered into a few Negro who got hobo tendency ears round her.
Yeah.
Now they on this kick are prepping for that which is to come, Daniel Solomon.
Yeah.
Most of you Hebrews are living paycheck to paycheck
Right.
like the rest of our black asses. Barely can keep lights on, keep enough gas in the car to get to and from. These Negroes even are arguing, why y'all going to work every day when you know this coming up?
Going
Dang,
to
for
work.
real?
What?
Want you to be in a hobo line with they black ass so you can be forced into even thinking about some damn raggedy ass compound living. And I wouldn't want to live with some of you hobo ass niggas off the top. Hell, you don't put the toilet seat down.
Right.
Your lazy ass don't want to take the trash out. You don't want to clean up behind yourself. Oh, that's why you want them 4 and 5 mule-looking women that you're calling wives to pick up that slack for you. I wish these phone line was working so one of you Negroes could call up her so we could chop it up, as y'all say. Daniel Solomon,
Yes, sir.
would you be comfortable working hard and then some hobo ass niggas sitting up at the money tables tell you to bring your share and put up on the table?
Well, you know,
And they in charge of dividing up and giving back to you and your family what you threw up on that table.
Well, remember when Bruh said they was over in Des Moines, they was showing up at their jobs to get their paychecks.
Ben-Ami wanted access to their paychecks. And guess what? He got access to the morons' paychecks. And then they wonder why the heathens have license to say we got cult-like tendencies.
Yeah.
You know, it was a video that some one of the worldwide correspondents sent me this week. Y'all remember me telling y'all about this Negro who put out a video why I left IUIC? He was a graphic designer.
Yeah.
And one of Free Case Ray lieutenants, another Negro, I guess he was the bishop down there in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Wound up stealing this brother's business. Was going through this brother they call a pocket who was financing they stupid asses. Here's a Negro they called the pocket, using him like a $2 whore. This Negro buying houses for them Negroes down there. Now, the brother who put out the video why I left IUIC, whatever his alphabet group is,
Right.
he put out a part 2. And they showed a tribunal of some Negro named Judah Mack, who they called to the carpet, Daniel Solomon, to run his ass out of Free Case Ray Purple Game. Boy, how they demonstrated on that brother was something that was shameful beyond belief.
Yes, sir.
It reminded me of the Sanhedrin and the Pharisees of old, Daniel Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Where they would call you and shame you in front of the whole assembly, and a nigga who was behind stealing the brother's graphic design business, the one who was manipulating the pocket, he was the main one running the tribunal. How y'all can sit up under them kind of Negroes is beyond belief to me. Number one, they goat riders to begin with. And then y'all caught up in the Christian sanity doctrine of tithing to these hobo-ass Negroes. And then they police giving out free cases to our people. Man, some of y'all are an embarrassment to the true remnant of the house of Yisrael.
That's right.
And y'all want the real men of Zion to be quiet and let y'all just do y'all wickedness without saying nothing about it. Not only no, hell no. We instructed to blow the trumpet in Zion and warn our people of you wolves in sheep's clothing. Boy, it's a damnable shame.
Yes, sir. Got any questions out there, bro?
Of what we witnessing in this hour.
Where it go? Okay, I got a question from Yay or Yah Saves. It says, I have a question about the Sabaeans. Right. If Yah, I coming back to destroy the wicked, why would he need the Sabaeans to deal with the out of control servants? Like, wouldn't there be no evil in the kingdom?
That's a good question.
Yeah, let's go to the book of Joel and to get the understanding, because what they're asking about is wickedness in the kingdom, right?
Right.
So if you're going to, if they're not for the Sabaeans, then all of the payback, who gonna do that? I mean, even if you have a servant and he act up, does the Most High put him out of his misery, so to speak? And if you have a whole house full of disruptive or disobedient slaves, so to speak, and the Most High put them all down, then you have nothing left in the kingdom. So it's a like manner. See, you have to take the whole of the matter and understand it. It says captivity started in Jerusalem. It didn't start in Ghana. It started in Jerusalem.
That's right.
So that's where we were carried away from. So in like, there they go.
Okay, they got a dial tone. Let me see if the damn phone lines are.
But we'll hit that Joel, clean that up before.
They let us, the phone lines are actually take an incoming call with their wicked asses. Boy, these heathens, they're going to pay for this. Look like we back up. Let me make sure. Yeah, we back up. Okay, y'all can call in now. 314-932-1104 is the number. You see, I had to light their ass up, Daniel Solomon.
You lit them up, boy.
Yes, sir.
I sure would have let them on the end of that.
I had her ears tingling.
I'd have had to go home sick behind that, boy.
She's going to be traumatized behind that. She's going to have nightmares tonight.
I had that heifer's ears tingling.
Well,
they got our phone lines back up and running, y'all. 314-932-1104 is the call-in number. And again, we apologize for the interruption in the broadcast. And see, this is why I keep telling you, Hebrews, we need y'all continued assistance. You know, we trying to build part 2 of Brew 2, get this platform up and running. I don't be lying to y'all when I tell y'all we got to fight off these cyber attackers. Now, every Monday when I'm playing new music on New Music Monday, I get about 100 requests for these tracks from y'all. And sometimes I look at these names, and some of you Negroes ain't never contributed a nickel, dime, or quarter to keeping this radio station going.
Right.
This was a prime example that we struggling like hell sometimes to keep this network flowing.
Yeah.
These platforms and these websites that we launch, ain't nobody doing this for free. We have to pay our way. So when I ask y'all, if you like the music, if you like the platforms, consider making a donation to the station. Because earn a little bit help and The Father knows we're truly in need of it in this hour, and it's greatly appreciated.
Yes, sir.
We send out the vaccination forms. All you got to do is ask. Some of y'all say, I'm in a spot, man, ain't nobody else around me. Can you send me a list of Hebrews in the vicinity? We send out the contact list.
Right.
But this was a prime example that our enemies still have the power to try to manipulate this live broadcast going forth.
With a click of a button.
We have to keep this going, Zion.
Right.
We work for a living.
Yeah. And see, they offer this same technology to everybody out here is technology called Z-Wave. And basically what it does is allow you to operate multiple wireless devices, so to speak. And make them interact with each other, so they have it on a larger level. See, so they're interacting with our communications. They just cut it off from that distance.
But check this. They conceded we have over 900,000 people online all over the world.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure they're more than well aware that there's 144 countries listening still in this live stream.
Right.
Now, why would they be focusing on our little independent ass internet radio station? I'll tell you why. Because the truth is going out.
That's right.
We helping to wake up more and more people. YouTube channel was dry snitch. We was only down for about 2-3 weeks before BrewTube was created. The Most High formulated the thought. We got in contact with some Hebrews who we prayed had the skills to make it happen.
Yes,
and asked the Most High to bless their hands to help bring this forth.
Right.
It makes our enemies mad as hell.
Yeah.
But that's part of this fight.
That's right.
We always say this ain't no easy walk.
No.
We in a scrap for our life.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to continue to fight for our people, Daniel Solomon.
That's right.
Ain't that the vow you took a long time ago? Is that the vow you took, young man?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
We in it to win it.
Right. Because it said, if we turn a sinner from his ways, it'll hide a multitude of your sins.
And we got a whole lot of sins.
Caught up, bro.
Boy,
Yes,
we got sins going back to our teenage years need covering.
Yeah. So it's a work that never can stop. But we'll just tighten this Job up if you want to get to the line. I mean, that Job started 3-6. You know, and that's a question, bro, asked that if we're going to sell them to the Sabaeans, then what does the Most High do? What he do, he says, I will destroy the wicked.
Correct.
So the Gentiles, those are the remnants who will come to serve you.
That's right.
If they don't come up, the question you be asking is Zechariah 14, then why do they still get a chance to come up to Jerusalem if he kill them all? You know what I'm saying? If he slay them all, then we wouldn't even have Zechariah 14.
Correct.
But go ahead, read that Joel 3:6, and then we'll jump to Jeremiah 30:16, and then we'll take these calls. Go ahead, bro.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6.
What it say?
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their borders.
So we're talking about a group of people that took us, Psalm 83, took us from Jerusalem and sold the book of Obadiah and sold us to other people. So it has to work in the same manner. They have to be taken to Jerusalem and given to somebody else like they did us. It has to be exact like it was.
Right.
Go ahead, read some more.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place, whether you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
Okay.
And they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off.
Right.
For the Lord have spoken.
So see, and then we sell them off. There's a great way away from their people, so to speak, which they're the only ones left in Jerusalem. So it starts there again, the selling off like they sold us off. But back that up with Jeremiah 30:16, so we get an understanding. If you read the rest of that Joel, you'll understand it perfect. Who and what are the Sabaeans is the question need to be answered. So y'all do that homework on that.
Okay, and it looked like they only got one of our phone lines.
Well, you know, they were saying it was going to take a little bit, each one at a time.
So I got to take one call at a time.
Yeah,
but I'm paying they wicked asses for 6 phone lines. I want all 6 of these phone lines to be working.
Yeah,
but we have to work with what we got to work with this morning.
Yes, sir.
Let's get this first.
Let me hit that Jeremiah 30:16 just to back that up.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Should do what?
Shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
See, so he'll do it, but he's got to leave a portion for this. There's a portion to be sold off, just like we were. It's just a mirror image of what happened to us.
Right.
But when you got it in your mind that you're going to be slain in the kingdom. No, he said, no, you turn your sword into a pruning hook or plowshare.
Right.
It switches around for them to start working the field, so to speak. If they get out of control, you do what you do. They go on the back of the wagon like they put Kizzy on there. You remember that, Jay?
That's right.
And drive them on off to the Sabaeans.
That's right.
And let them holler a little while about it. They get the rest of them in check.
That's right, Daniel Solomon.
Go ahead, bro. You can get the call, Jay.
We good?
Yes, sir.
And again, I want to apologize to our worldwide listening audience. That shouldn't have happened up here this morning.
Yeah,
right.
These heathen bastards know damn well that we pay their ass faithfully.
Yeah.
You Hebrews contribute to the station.
Yeah.
And we make sure that these high-ass bills are paid. That's why these broadcasts go forth.
Yeah.
The schedule we have on the website, if I say that the show gonna start at 7 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the rebroadcast, the worldwide Shabbat class Friday night, the dark side, the Sunday morning show, the special broadcast.
Yeah.
We gonna honor our schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not show up when we want to show up. Or I don't feel like it today. No, y'all ain't contributed to keep this station going for us to say, well, I don't feel like it today.
Right.
We gonna keep our end of this agreement we made a long time ago.
Yes, sir.
And again, I want to personally apologize that these bastards pulled that on us this morning.
Yes, sir.
But it just go to show you we must be being effective in this hour.
Absolutely.
And got these human hyenas' attention.
Yeah.
Let's get at these phone lines. Shalom, you on the air. Who we speaking with?
It's Brother Dawiyah, man.
Yes, sir.
Brother Dawiyah in New York City, my brother. Shalom, man. I know Satan, man. This nigga must hate y'all, brother.
Yes, he do.
Busting a hole in that nigga ass, man. What you deserve.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Go ahead.
You need to sell these damn heathens to the Sabians, man, to keep cutting you off.
Boy, if I knew they names.
I mean, look, y'all so damn upset because this brother blasting you and shit. You deserve your ass blasted, man. This is a damn wicked ass kingdom.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And this thing, man, yo, I see this kid on TV, man. They cutting this kid's braids off, man. This is sickening.
Wasn't
man.
that unbelievable?
Man.
Cutting that brother's locks off because this racist ass referee seeking an edge for that little cracker he was about to handle out on them wrestling mats.
Well, you know they had him up on charges before. Was ready to get rid of
racist activity
when he told another black referee, called him a nigger.
That's right.
About some wine. You don't know about no wine, nigger.
That's right. Know what his character is, Daniel Solomon. Talk to us, Dawiyah.
Yeah, and don't these heathens get the memo, man? A typhoon, a tsunami just kicked the hell out of
Indonesia.
Indonesia got their ass kicked. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And see, this is what this dumb, stupid ass heathen don't get, man. The Lord is coming for your ass. That's why he's attacking you all over the world. And listen, this dummy here just shut down the government, man. I want these heathens to understand one question. I want you to take a good look at your boy that you crackers love so damn much, Donald Trump. This cracker's going to shut all of America down soon. And that's what's coming for America. Death and destruction, man.
That's right.
The Lord is showing you, man, that America falling, man. America standing on one leg, man. Period. America gone. America's on its way out.
Yeah.
Just like the world. And our people need to understand, listen, it's time for us to return back to our Father, man. Quick. I'm talking to myself included.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And this is what our people got to get through their head. Listen, the only time we ever gonna be free and have some peace in our life is when this beast-ass system is destroyed under these beastly-ass nature bastards and running, which we see every damn day. Hey, this cracker, since he got the control of this world, man, he done became a damn pest. A pest.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks that everybody on the planet got a file.
That's right, Doc. That's right, Doc.
That's how they act. My white privilege, white supremacy is a joke, man. Because I don't see no cracker that's supreme to me. Every time I look at these red niggas here, all they doing is copycatting and biting every damn thing we do. So what the hell is so supreme about their ass? Can you tell me? Can they tell me?
No, they can't.
Nigga, you can't even go out in the sun, nigga, without burning. Come on, man. You a joke, and your people is a joke. And I heard an op was talking on YouTube, this elder named Brother Rashawn Shakur. He was talking about, he heard something about syphilis is back, and the Lord is making these damn crackers again.
Man, what kind of madness is that? So like they hoping more hardship fall on Israel. Boy, them some devilish ass goat riding Negroes, Daniel Solomon.
Yeah.
Even Negroes who done betrayed us, man. I don't wish nothing bad to happen to them.
Right.
I pray that they get their shit together before they even think about coming around me again. But ain't no way in hell I would wish no evil upon them.
Right.
That show you what kind of spirit they working with, Hebrew. Talk to us.
Yeah. And see, listen, what I keep on saying is this, man. You crackers that need to understand, man, look, you've been lied to your whole damn life about Christianity, about white Jesus, about everything, man, about you supreme. Listen, you gotta understand one thing. The children have to pay for the sins of their forefathers. Now, we always be saying here, our forefathers got us in this bind here that we in now. For it right now, as you can see. What the hell make you think you ain't gonna pay? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with something. We in this country damn near 400 years. I'm asking a question here. Since we've been here 400 years, what the hell have we done to you damn devils in America that done made your life a living hell? Tell me. Can you tell me? But yet you cry the blues about us. You say a nigga commit more crimes in this country than you do. And you say we 13% of the population. And you say you the majority.
That's right.
Of the population in America. Who commit more crimes in America? You just damn get away with it. That's fine.
That's it.
You get away with it because you run the court system. You run the government, the IRS and all this stuff. And I'm going to ask a question here. If I go in Daniel Solomon's house and take something without permission, what did I do? I stole.
You stole. Right? 7 days a week.
Now I'm going to ask this question here. When you brothers go to work on your job, did you give this goddamn government, excuse my language, but did you give this government permission to take money out your check?
No, but they sure do it.
Yeah, it's all right.
But they sure do it. They sure do it, Ak. And then after taking money out your check all year, sometimes when we file our taxes at the end of the year, they want some more money. But a cracker like Donald Trump ain't paid a penny in taxes in 50 years, Daniel Solomon.
Yes, sir. And say it makes him smart.
But our poor black ass, who get money taken out our check every other week when we get paid every other week, and then they want to tax us some more at the end of the year when you file taxes. They say that's fair, that rich crackers like the Rockefellers and the chumps of the world, because they know all the legal loopholes and got kike auditors and tax filers, they ain't paying a nickel, dime, or quarter in taxes.
Right. That's right. And when they created the IRS in 1862, July 1st, we were still in captivity. Now, we couldn't get paid then because we wasn't getting paid nothing.
That's right.
At that time. But what my thing is this. See, this cracker wants to live the lavish life and have everything, man. He don't want you to have nothing.
Don't want you to
but
have
our
a
people need to
damn
put it through
thing.
their head, man. Listen, you need to pray for the destruction of your enemy. Don't pray for your damn enemy. Pray for their damn destruction. Now, the enemies among our people, pray for them. But your natural born enemies that are Esau and any other your damn nation, see, destruction not to the left.
That's right, That's what we look like praying for a Klansman want to kill all of us sitting in this studio right now.
That's right.
I pray for that bastard's death.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. Just like I pray for the tornado and the tsunami to punish these heathens like we're witnessing. That's what I pray for the enemies of my people.
That's right.
Now, the enemies of our own household, you absolutely right. We pray that they get it together.
Right. If they repent.
If they repent.
Wrong should have seen for the wrong that he's done. That's the memo for you crackers in America and worldwide.
That's right,
You pray, listen, your forefathers did us wrong, man. All right? What these crackers seem to fail to realize is that their kingdom was built off of the backs of slavery.
Yes,
you
sir.
got rich off of slavery.
Yes, sir.
Free labor.
Privileges, all the privileges they got in America and the world is through slavery.
We made this a
You
superpower.
can't figure that out yet. My thing to this cracker is, when somebody do something wrong to him, I'm going to ask him a question. These crackers a question. Do you forgive them? Nope. But the wrongs that they do to us on a daily basis, they always ask us to forget about it. We should forgive them. Why the hell, when it comes to your monkey ass, you got to be forgiven who you are?
That's right.
See, our people done put this damn red damn nigga on a pedestal because this cracker done fed you that bullshit Christianity for all these centuries and gave you the faggot that these Caesar board kids and then made you niggas weak.
That's
made
right.
you niggas weak. Listen, how the hell you gonna believe that a cracker looking like that, who kicking you in your ass worldwide, can come from the heavens and save your ass from the very people that's beating your ass?
That's right.
Is you crazy? That's why it's high time to wake out of sleep, man.
Hallelujah, Hebrew.
And I'm gonna shut it down, let somebody else get in, man. I got cut off, man. I was like listening to y'all breaking it down, man. When the phone just click.
Boy, we dealing with some dirty dogs.
I know you got hit, man.
That's right.
I know this out got hit. But I'm gonna say keep on busting their whole because put your foot up their ass so far, man. Kick their brain out their nose.
That's right, Hebrew.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so I'm gonna say it like this: all praise King and thank him for giving us another day, man. And
that's right.
Just keep on praying and doing what y'all do best, and keep blasting them.
Appreciate your call.
All praise to the Most High and Yahweh Shai, and to our people worldwide. Shalom, my brother.
Shalom, Hebrew. You got a script over there, Tobias.
Yeah, I got this Galatians 6 and 7.
And the phone line is open if somebody want to call up here. Go ahead, out.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. It says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he also reap.
That's right.
Yeah. So go ahead, get your second witness angle.
Right. They gonna get paid back for what they did to us. In second witness, I got right here. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12, where it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes, sir.
And Daniel, think about this. The German nation is still paying these kikes.
Yes, sir.
For what they did to them during World War II.
Right.
But America has never offered us a nickel, dime, or quarter for building this nation into a superpower. Because I'm going to say it again. Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, the so-called founding fathers of this country, were some dressing queer bastards. They walked around in women's stockings, women's wigs. They had on lingerie, mascara, and lipstick. They lazy asses sat up on the porch sipping mint juleps when it was our ancestors working out in them hot ass tobacco fields, cotton fields. They became a superpower off the blood, sweat, and tears off of our captive ancestors. They committed crimes against humanity, had horses pulling us apart, cutting off our genitals, putting us in boiling vats of water and hot oil. They raped our women, cut the pregnant bellies of Hebrew women's open and stomped the baby's head with the umbilical cord still attached to the mama, stomped the baby brains out. They committed horrific crimes against humanity against us over centuries period of time. But these Khazarian kikes are still getting billions from the German people for what was done to them over a 4-year period. But this cracker, in his pride and arrogancy, don't want to write us a check for what they did for us for centuries. Well, they're going to have to pay for it. They're in the midst of paying for it. And I'm going to pray to the Most High that he keeps his word and avenge every drop of our people's blood, including my little brother Mike Brown, who they shot down like a dog here in St. Louis out in Ferguson with his hands up. Our brother who they strangled on the street corner up in New York, Eric Garner. Little Tamir Rice, our sister Sandra Bland that they hung, and all of the Hebrews that they killed last night. And early this morning, whose names we'll never hear of. But I thank the Most High. He keeps record of all these things in heaven. And he swore by his mighty name to avenge Zion, his chosen. And let me say this so y'all don't get it twisted. It ain't in Brother Jacob's power to avenge us, or boy, lightning bolts will be coming out the clear blue sky right now. This very moment. I would have lightning bolts leaping out of heathens' computers that sneak listening to this program right now. They hair be parted like most stooges in the top of their head. And the smell of smoke wouldn't even be on them. I'd zap their socks off if I had that power, but I don't. I trust in my Elohim to handle that piece of business. And he will. You know how I know he will? I saw them heathens get swept off that stage at that tsunami last night over there in Indonesia. Our Holy One ain't playing, and he will avenge this people.
That's right.
And I love to breathe these threatenings at you crackers. And I know that's why you jiggling our phone lines. That's why you cyber attack the hell out of us. But we built a last, and we sure the hell ain't the easy giving up kind. You know, the easy giving up kind this morning would have said, well, y'all, they got us this morning. We gonna shut it down. Hopefully we see y'all next week. Now, Daniel say, let's give them 30 minutes. We can talk amongst each other, take a few phone calls. Answer a few questions from the text. You know, when you serve lemons, sometimes you got to make lemonade.
That's right.
And seeing what we're talking about here, a lot of people say, but y'all so angry, and y'all, God, the one who did it to you. Yes, he did put us in captivity, but he didn't intend for them to do what they did. The castration and the lynching and the stuffing the baby head. Read that a little bit of Zechariah 1. Is it 1:15?
Tell them why you want to go there.
And this is just 10 what he told them. He said, y'all went too far. I didn't tell y'all to do all of that.
That's right.
I told y'all, look, hold them in servitude like servitude is supposed
Punish
to
them
be.
in captivity.
Punish them in captivity.
For their disobedience. But I did not give y'all permission to do all that y'all have done and continue to do.
Continue to do, because the laws are in there on how to treat a slave or a servant put in them positions.
Correct.
It's the same way he punished Egypt. They furthered the affliction. Go ahead, read that.
Zechariah chapter 1, verse 14. So the angel that communed with me, said unto me, cry thou, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Right. So they took it a little bit further,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You know, under their own guidelines. Then they start saying, you know, well, they did it to their God. That's why they're in a position. All you have to look is like the Daily Mail, and when something happened like these dreadlocks, if you scroll down and read the comments, you will see further affliction. Well, he knew better. He shouldn't have been growing his hair like that. It's not becoming. They'll really let you know how they still feel in 2018.
That's right.
They will still let you know. Just read the comments after these articles when something bad happened to a Hebrew. They still hold us accountable for anything that happens to us.
And collectively, while we blame every one of you heathens in America, this is why. You claim you don't want to give us not a nickel, dime, or quarter for what you've done to us. But we know y'all got money. You know how I know how, Daniel? Some cracker opened up a GoFundMe to build
a wall.
Trump's wall. Do you know they done collected over $15 million on that GoFundMe page in about 4 or 5 days to build a raggedy ass wall because Trump want a wall up? And get this. The paraplegic cracker that opened up that GoFundMe is a known swindler. They didn't close several of his Facebook pages down. That cracker laughing all the way to the damn bank with these stupid ass heathens build the wall money. That cracker done got over $15 million in less than 4 or 5 days. So collectively, you crackers got paper for what you want to spend it on.
Well, look, and you know what LBJ said, Lyndon Johnson, he said, look, they say, how do you get to pour the trailer trash of all the nations to join in? He said, all you got to do is keep feeding them information of somebody in worse shape than them, and they'll open up the purse strings. So that's why you even have somebody that come out there living trailer trash we talking about.
That's right.
Dogs out on the front howling, meth everywhere, but yet they'll look at us and further the affliction.
And further the affliction.
Because they just point them to somebody in worse shape than them and tell them they finna take over. They're going to take your trailer. Who want that trailer?
That's right. That's right.
You know, projects better than them trailers.
Man, 1,000
Because all of it is just projects on wheels.
Right.
And out there where they at, in them trailers, that's where the tornadoes come and tap down.
Yes, sir.
No, I want to be around my people.
Yeah,
that's right.
In these little pockets of Goshen that we have around us.
That's right.
Let's get back to our one phone line. Ain't that a damn shame, boy? We've been reduced to one phone line this morning.
Right.
I'm still ready to cuss out Charter some more. They gonna give me that credit.
Oh, they gonna give it to you, bro.
Shalom, you on the air. Who we speaking with?
My name is Benjamin Wise, Benjamin Joseph Wise.
What city you calling from? Cut your radio down, Benjamin. Cut your radio all the way down, now. Cut your radio all the way down, Hebrew.
Oh, yep. Okay, sorry about that.
Put it on 0. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
Now we can hear you.
The reason why I'm calling in is that I have a question.
Go right ahead.
I read in scripture where it says that when the Lord shall rule over all the earth, it talks about what his name shall be. And in the scripture it says that his name shall be called One. His name shall be One. That was one of the questions I had for you guys. Another thing is I wanted
what
to
scripture you reading that in?
And it's the Christianity that us brothers say that controls everybody. What Christianity is another. It's a religion, right?
A man-made religion, correct?
Oh, but here's the thing. This is what most people miss. This is what most of us brothers miss. It's not the government. The word the government is that is a hidden. That's what the devil did to hide what religion they worship. So government is a religion. That's why it has ministers, and that's why it has laws. So we have to understand when Satan fell, the accuser fell, he came down here to accuse us. Now, the only way you can accuse somebody is with the law. right? A law that was condemned,
Right.
that we continue to practice, right?
You say a law that was condemned.
You know, here's the thing.
Hold on.
We practice what is dead. And how do we practice what is dead? It is by participating.
Brother,
Participation
first
is the same as practice.
Hebrew.
So when we
Israelites.
understand-
Hello, Israelites.
There's a saying that they used to say. They say the greatest, or if they say the greatest.
Well, when a Negro talking this fast, Daniel Solomon, he must don't understand it. This our platform. We can take our time.
Right.
Well, see, he
take
just
a damn breath.
right. He listening to
himself.
Yeah.
Right.
All religions.
He's still
all
talking.
religions, whether it's Muslim, whether it's any of whatever religion you represent. If you're living in this government and you're buying and using the money or anything of this government, you are participating.
Bullshit.
You are practicing what
Bullshit.
Have you ever noticed on the money?
Get your long-headed ass off her. Don't call up her talking all fast. Negro, you sound like one of them Negroes ain't got a job. Cause you got a job and taking care of your family. You ain't involved in no religion with the government of the United Snakes. See, you hobo-ass Negroes, y'all can come up with any excuse on the planet. And don't call up here talking all fast. You know, you say something, then we say something. Take your time. You one of them squatting ass Negroes want to put some documents up in the window. Don't call up her trying to over talk and talk fast. Get your long-headed ass off her. What the hell is wrong with you?
See, we never got a scripture from him. See,
no, we ain't gonna get no scripture as fast as that Negro talking.
Right. So we can't examine what you're saying.
Get your sovereign ass over her. Go get a job, Negro. See, what you mean? Cause we got a job and participating in this government. We in this government religion. What kind of crazy ass talk is that? Who taught you that?
Yeah.
You need to go smack the hell out that Negro.
So we got
or smack yourself.
Yeah, we got a problem with Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego running the affairs of Babylon.
Right.
So are they we're not to look at them, we need to look at them. Joseph ran all the affairs of Egypt. So are we to look at him like
second
that?
in command to Pharaoh down in Egypt.
So is he part of
your
that government?
Ass over
and
here.
The Lord is dealing with him, and also Joseph came and blessed
Joseph
and his sons. But look, notice he didn't ever mention the scripture. We're not gonna find that scripture for you.
Right.
You tell us where you have a problem with it so we can examine it. Everybody come up to speed on it, but you're just hollering this in the Bible. You're doing exactly like what you're blasting. But when he says, I'm gonna put you part of a nation, those nations have the Bible. They don't have government laws. The problem is they're afflicting us. They give you the Bible to put your hand on.
That's right.
They don't give you a government institution document to put your hand on. Public law 97-280 says the Bible is the official word of God. If a government is using that, then that government is on point. The problem is they manipulate it.
Right.
They change the order of it.
Tell them again.
They manipulate it and change the order of it. But when you go up to court, they don't say, put your hand on the Constitution. Do they? I ain't seen them do it. Have you, Jay?
Not only no, hell no.
So let's get it straight. The Most High laws is in all the lands. Nimrod had the laws of the Most High.
Correct.
Till he went rogue.
Correct. Call up here with that sovereign bullshit with your long-headed ass. You sound like that squatter just got arrested down there. And trying to fast talk. Negroes kill me with that.
Well, look, and then say, let's get food stamps, but yet you won't go get a certificate of marriage.
Right.
The bottom line is you're saying that's part of the government. Marriage is universal.
That's right.
Every nation on earth, except if you say this my wife and you got proof to prove it, they don't intervene in that. It's like music. It's universal.
Right.
Hallelujah. You got a script over there.
Yeah, I got this 1 Corinthians chapter, this is 12, starting at verse 27. It says, now ye are the body of Christ and members in particular.
Yeah, you is colorblind, Benny. I threw your ass head first up out of here, and I'm getting ready to put the steel toe boot to your ass up in this assembly. You is colorblind, Negro. What you mean we ain't let you finish? You Negroes don't run nothing around her. What makes you think I'm gonna let you finish with that foolishness you talking?
And then he said the law was dead. Now you're into the point. Right. Why should we serve what's dead? What law are you talking about? You're talking about the law of faith or the law of the flesh. The flesh law is dead. Right. But the law stealing is still stealing, ain't it?
Ain't that the truth?
Adultery is still adultery, ain't it?
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
But the law of the spirit supersedes that. So you cut that death sentence off that you're going to get for breaking it before your hands move to it. Don't come over here trying to quote Paul letters and misquoting it.
Right.
Talking about if you got a job, you got a job. That means you work for the government. You in a government religion. Get your long-headed ass on. That kind of thing don't fly around here. Maybe you don't know about us around here,
Messiah,
Negro.
Didn't the Messiahs pick all the disciples? Wasn't Peter them tax collectors?
That's right.
Right. He say right here in this verse 28, he said, God has set some in the church. First apostles, secondary prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, helps in governments, diverse of tongues. Just wanted to read that. Helps in governments.
So we're involved in everything. He put us in position to be in corporate sometime.
Right. That's right.
You know, Daniel was in corporate. Joseph was in corporate.
That's right.
They're dealing with the Sanhedrin and the powers that be on the inside.
Some of us on a corporate plantation right now, and damn sure ain't in no governmental religion. Where your monkey ass get that from? Oh, from one of them hobos you hang out with. Go ahead, Ock.
Yeah, I got this Matthew 22.
Go get a job, Negro.
17.
Pay your child support. Go ahead, Ock.
17 through 21, it says, tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? But Jesus perceived their wickedness and said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whose is this image and superscription? They say unto him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's.
So how you gonna use the government money?
Right.
And it says in God we trust, but you got a pocket full of that.
That's right.
You're searching for that same government money,
right,
with a different God on the back of it. And you ain't got no problem with that.
And that Negro probably eating off food stamps.
I mean, how do you separate yourself from that government, but not its money?
Man, I'm salty behind them Saba talking me. Y'all stand by, because I'm going to swing this whip wildly. I'm going to whoop this nigga's ass. Let me see what his name was again. I don't want to whoop the wrong one.
We done whipped him enough.
No, I ain't Benny Colorblind. Drag Benny Colorblind's ass up in here. Calling up here talking all fast like you some kind of speed reader. What the hell is wrong with you? Stand back. You ain't gonna do it no more, is you? Is you? What you hollering for? What you hollering for? Didn't I tell you? Move your hands. Move your hands. You ain't gonna call up here with that fast talking no more, is you? Is you? What you running for? Now the next one of you Negroes, I'm gonna pull out this 357 Magnum I got here in this side drawer over here and deal with your monkey ass. Don't call up here wasting our time. Negro talking about we ain't let them finish. Shouldn't even let your monkey ass get started. All that fast talking.
Not one scripture did he call out.
Right.
And threw out an incorrect scripture.
Well, he didn't even throw them out there to the point and stop and let you Selah on it, meditate on what he's saying. It was just a continual roll through and basically saying he colorblind. You can be colorblind all you want, but you can't be nation blind.
That's right.
See, we ain't talking about color up here. Right. See, that's where you're wrong at. This book teaches about nations. That's the nations of the world, not the color of the people. We're not on black supremacy, brother.
Right.
We're on the nation of Israel, the chosen of the Most High. If you understood nationhood, you know what we'd be talking about. But you're stuck on color. We don't deal with color around here. We deal in spirit and truth. And the spirit and truth of the matter is that unless it's somebody else that fit Deuteronomy 28, you need to provide that and put that up here.
That's right. Now look at that Negro sitting there with his eyes bucked out and lips poked out. You want some more of this, don't you? What you looking at? Huh? What you looking at? Draw them lips back in, Negro. Don't you ever call up here with all that fast talking that craziness. The hell you think you talking to? Move your hands.
Yes, sir.
Boy, y'all don't know who y'all dealing with around here.
Well, like I say, Jake, what it got is he did a guilt by association. He just threw us in with them alphabet camps who only deal off of color, not understand this thing is from nation, from the beginning to the end, is dealing with nations and not religions.
Yes, sir.
He told the Pharisees, except y'all righteousness exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees, which is religion, you have no part in the kingdom.
Right.
If it's not color, if it's not about color, see, we ain't dealing with color. We're dealing with nationhood, brother.
That's right.
Is that nigga's fist ball up laying there?
Move your hand.
Boy, I'm telling you.
That's all he need.
Keep that Negro over in that corner. I'm going to whoop his ass the rest of this show. 314, I don't even know why I'm giving this number out here. We only got one line. Let's get to this one line. Shalom, you on there. Who was this?
Hey, shalom, Bach, man. This brother Mikael, Hebrews in the hood, calling out of Chicago, man.
Good to hear from you this morning, Hebrew. Talk to us.
Man, good to hear y'all, too. It's been some years since I called in, but to let you know, I've always been a strong supporter of y'all, man, because just like I do on my channel, man, y'all keep it funky, and y'all, if people sensitive and got thin skin, they shouldn't call in there.
No, not at all, Locke. Hell, you can't be thin-skinned in this walk. Can you, down your soul?
No, not sir.
Yeah, your feelings will get hurt every other second.
Look, I'm sure the Messiah hurt the Pharisees' feeling when he called them
all manner of snakes and
vipers.
And he hurt the feelings of them money changers when he was turning them tables over and was whipping some ass up in that temple, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we in the hurting feeling business. Talk to us, Ak.
Yeah, man, I got to say, boy, y'all be so sharp on the scriptures. I'm upset. I had my finger on that Zephaniah 1:15.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Hey, but to go back to before they cut y'all channel, man, and it's good that y'all stay on it. You know what I'm saying? So us supporters know that y'all ain't giving up like that. Y'all knocking down strongholds. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But it's funny, man, because I'm gonna bring up two things, man. That brother that just called in with that folly, man. I like to call that. See, us as a people, we got a lot of cats out here since this internet came up.
Oh yeah.
And they think they teach us.
That's
when
right.
They shouldn't teach us, man. And it trips me out because I call it, they suffering from spiritual retardation. And we got a lot of spiritual retards out here, bro.
That's a good phrase.
Well, we understand that, we know we dealing with some people that's, straight up blind, dumb dogs or whatever. But the funny thing to me is I guarantee you that's one of them type of cats that's talking about we don't need no money in the government. I bet he out living in the woods somewhere with a nappy beard like Nature Boy. He got about 4 or 5 wives. You know what I'm saying? But
Can't take her and none of them.
They checks to him.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? This the type of stuff we have to deal with. But so yeah, man, it's a bunch of spiritual retards. Y'all listen to all you new babes in the word, man. I've been in this thing 23 years. Don't let all these new doctrines pop up, man. And you just get baffled with them, man.
That's right.
A lot of them is just silly. But I want to say this: when you was talking before the show got cut, and the brother was bringing up the non-messianic, I had to feel y'all on that because I'm gonna be honest. I'm cordial with a few non-messianic brothers.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
Cool spirits on them, right? But the point y'all made was that what about when they come to your house and you got to pray? And I always thought about this. I always thought about this. And so I got something I want y'all to read, man. This kind of just kills it. I think about this every time that thought popped in my mind. Can one of you beloved brothers please read 2 John, man, 1 and 9?
I'll read that for you, Ak. 2
John.
John
2 John 1, 9 through 11.
Not a problem. In 2 John, chapter 1, verses 9 through 11, we read this. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Hamashiach hath not Yah. He that abideth in the doctrine of Hamashiach, he hath both the Father and the Son. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed. For he that biddeth him Godspeed is partaker of his evil deeds. Daniel, would you break that up?
No, before you do, I want you to back that up with John chapter 3, verse 34. And just read them last two, because this is second witness to what bro is just saying. And then we'll expound on it.
Okay, John chapter 3, give me them verses.
Talk about verse 33.
Verse 33. He that hath received his testimony have set to his seal that Yah is true. For he whom Yah hath sent speaketh the words of Yah, but Yah giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him. The Father loveth the Son, and hath given all things into his hand. He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life.
Have what?
Everlasting life. And he that believeth not the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of Yah abideth on him. Break that off.
So what we're getting here is just it's a separation. No matter how you do it, even if you try to gather yourselves together, you either got one group that's condemned already. So are you gathering and then you in one location and you say, oh, them sitting over at the table, those are our brothers that are condemned already. Look, it's going to come down to one or the other. Either you believe in the Messiah, you don't, but you can't be lumped together with that because there's going to be always confusion.
That's right.
You know, how do you pray together? Like bro is saying here on the line, look, if you ain't down with the Messiah, look, we hang out, we know Muslims.
That's right.
We know a whole family, they were named after Muslims.
Correct.
You know, but they're associates, so to speak, but we don't come into fellowship with them.
We can't have fellowship with them. Of course, if we're going to be obedient to the Most High.
And fellowship means to come into worship with, to come into the name of the Most High with. You can't have fellowship, but can you know them? Hell, you work with some of your cousins. Family thought they was Muslim, got all Muslims named. Yeah, they family, but when you talk about coming into allegiance with, coming into fellowship with, it's impossible to do it and get a worthy outcome.
Absolutely.
It's impossible.
Impossible, as our French brothers would say. Talk to us, Chicago.
Yeah, man. I think that second add-on, man, bro, the third chapter, that was a perfect. I had to throw that in my repertoire, man. Yeah, that definitely just goes with that perfect. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a whole reason that he tell us, man, he gonna purge out the rebels.
That's right.
Out the rebels.
That's right.
And we try to ignore that type of fact. You know what I'm saying?
And rebels are attracted to other rebels. Rebels hang out together. Birds of a feather flock together. Get this. The Joseph is the daddy, Negroes. How you gonna call my Messiah that he was brought forth in fornication and hot lust?
That's what you're saying.
Negro, get out of here with that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Get away from me with that. I don't want you around my emails with that. Sure don't want you around the Hebrews just coming into the word with that, because you'll confuse them. You lead them on an errorous path. And you think we supposed to have some brutality with that. Get out of here.
And look, at the main problem, not to cut you off, bro, the main problem with that is that the script say after the first and second admonition, you got to cut it off. You can't turn it into a debate contest to continue the admonition. If they don't hear it the first or second time, you got to tell them you got to get going. You can't turn it into a discussion or a debate, a game show with everybody to come on and he's still saying, I'm not going to believe it. No, that part was tampered with. How you going to continue on with a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth admonition and call it debating?
That's right. You wasting time. Go ahead, Doc.
I want to read that.
Yeah, man. The funny thing about that, man, is like when you read, that's why I like you chewed that sister up earlier, man. Whoever that was trying to do the name banging and all that, man. When cats come up with me on that, I just kind of give them a stupid look because I see where they at. You know what I'm saying? You sitting here arguing over a name. You know what I'm saying? But most of them cats that argue over that name all day don't follow no law, statutes.
Nah, they rebels. They rebels off the top.
Right.
And it's one more thing. Right? It's like, I think I lost my train of thought. Y'all get it in so good. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So with that name banging thing, man, it's kind of silly, and it also, you know, reflects, man. We got so many new doctrines popping up, Israel, man. It's to the point where it's disgusting. Like I remember at one time, it'd be rare to see to bump into a Hebrew Israelite. You know, so I'm in Chicago where it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? They always been around, but now it's like it's everywhere. But when you see him, you're like, oh, let me check his spirit because he's probably got a retarded doctrine.
That's right.
You know? And so my whole thing is, man, keep doing y'all thing, man. I love it, man. I'm going to continue to support y'all. And if you don't mind, you know, I see a lot of people in the chat recognize who I am, man. I did a little documentary. It's called From Assyria to West Africa. There's a lot of retarded doctrines popping up talking about Israelites and going to Africa. And we got the actual a certain tribe like the people in Europe who literally say the Assyrians drove them out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a chance, man, check out my Hebrews in the hood. I'm gonna continue to support you, brothers, man, and all praise to the Most High. Long live the King.
Long live the King. Appreciate the call, Tobias. You got a script over there.
Yeah, I want to hit on what Daniel was just talking about the second and third ammunition. This Titus, starting at Titus chapter 3, verse 9.
What it say?
But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and striving about the law, for they are unprofitable. They are unprofitable and vain. A man that is a heretic after the first and second ammunition reject. And then I wanted to hit this Romans 16, verse 17. It says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them that cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. So I just wanted to read them too, to say, how do you unite or unify with that? You're supposed to reject and avoid.
Right, but the deal is, when do you understand what second and third ammunition means?
Right.
That means you can't keep going over and over with this with a person that don't want to see. Either he don't want to see it, you know, or you're going to try to pound it into him, which you can't do either way.
Right.
At this point, you start casting your pearls before
swine.
Keep him a friend if that's all he is, but you can't bring this into the fold and make somebody else accept it because you don't want to do your second and third ammunition and say, get the hell away from here with that.
That's off your feet.
You can't laugh and joke it off. Yeah, but we'll drink some wine and we'll laugh about, no, the bottom line is, what did this Luke say?
That's right.
What did this Matthew
just
say?
got through reading say?
I'm not going to keep going round and round for the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th ammunition. And then, we'll turn it into a debate contest. So you get 11, 12, 13, 14 ammunitions. You still ain't going to believe it.
That's right.
Just so you can hang around shit. You can hang around, but you just ain't going to talk that.
Right.
That's right.
You ain't going to bring that up around here. You're not going to talk that. Or you get going.
That's right. Get out of here with that. Go ahead, Ak. You got another script.
Matthew 10 and 14. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet.
Right, but these are in your house.
Right.
And you allowing that in your house?
That's right.
Contention and 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th ammunitions in your house?
That's right.
He got enough.
When you gonna point to the door? D-E-D-A-D-O. That a dough.
That a dough. Say that again, Daniel.
D-E-D-A-D-O.
That a dough.
That a dough.
That's ghetto for get your ass up out of here. Let's take this next break. We'll be right back with more of the world's most dangerous talk show. Boy, these heathens going crazy.
Yes, sir.
Very well said, Daniel. An excellent swordsmanship, Tobias. That's why you sitting there, Ak.
All praise to the Most High.
We'll be right back with more of the world's most dangerous talk show. live from the north side of the ST Hell. You're listening to the world's most dangerous talk show. Savagely interrupted at the end of our first hour, caused us to be down for about 45 minutes. That second hour, we had to reboot the entire system. We still only working on one phone line. I was just telling the brothers up here in the studio, I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm going to send somebody's ears clean the hell off.
Yes, sir. You
over there chart.
You want
That's
compensation,
right.
what you talking, huh, boy?
Right.
I know how to demand the credit, know how to work these heathen bastards. Y'all heard me tell them, I'm thinking about firing y'all ass this morning. I'm getting letters from AT&T begging me to come over there and give them these services.
Yeah.
We apologize. We don't want to lose. I can't tell.
Right.
Right.
Hell, we paying good money. And just like the crackers want to demand good service for the money that they pay, who are we? Are we supposed to accept less, Zion?
Right.
Nah. I'm going to address these heathens.
Right.
You Hebrews help keep us afloat. We're going to keep our end of this bargain. We're going to keep having a platform where our set-apart artists, kingdom work can be heard in crystal clear surround sound to the four corners. And on this live broadcast, we're going to continue to lift up the name of the mighty one of Israel.
Yes, sir.
The Elohim that we serve.
Yeah.
Now, ain't no need of me giving out the phone number. Y'all know what the phone number is. I normally get that out when we got 6 lines. Because,
right.
From when we set up on Sunday morning, all 6 lines
It's
normally
Yeah.
be blinking
Non-stop.
Right.
from beginning of the show to the end.
Yes,
so
sir.
I say sleek eye again. Some things is out of our control, you Israelites. And remember, we just be borrowing
Yeah.
these
Right.
airways.
Right. Right.
Hashatan is the prince of the air of
Yeah.
this world.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Yeah. Ain't YouTube under government authority?
Yes, sir.
You mean YouTube,
Yeah.
Kite Tube,
Yeah.
that the Khazar run?
Yeah. What they
Absolutely.
ain't running?
Absolutely. And this Negro calling every time, if you got a job, you in the government and they religion. Where you get that madness from? Don't waste our time with that. I know one of them hobos got you to call up here because we ain't recognize your voice. But I'm going to trace that phone line. Because you need to whip for real calling up here with that man and that fast talking.
And the law is dead while we chasing a dead thing. Since when is stealing dead?
Right.
So
when is the commandments dead,
Right.
Negro?
Your confusion is the switch from Aaron to Melchizedek.
What
Right.
you want to
understand that dead talk won't be in your mouth no more.
Yeah, what you want to be dead is you work, you eat.
Right.
That's what you want to be dead. Hobo ass Negro. Got a pocket full of Rufus bucks and came by a pack of sunflower seeds.
What's Rufus bucks, boy?
Man, Rufus bucks them that sovereign money that these Negroes print up on their own computers.
Yeah.
Got James Brown on the 20. Sammy Davis on the 50. Got Martin Luther King on the $100 bill. Rufus bucks. A wheelbarrow full of Rufus bucks can't get your ass a pack of sunflower seeds round here.
It's okay, boy. Yes, sir.
Niggas burning them Rufus bucks in them houses they squatting in because they can't get no heat cut on up in there.
Right.
Got to burn the Rufus bucks up in the fireplace to stay warm. They didn't want to be 50 of y'all up in there. Ain't nobody got no deodorant on. Everybody home.
Yes.
Ain't no hot water to wash no asses up in there. What kind of living is that?
Oh, no. Ooh, gee.
You niggas crazy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think we want babies growing up around that kind of madness? 5 men's up in there, but the trash can overflowing. Not one of them lazy ass niggas won't even take the trash out, Daniel Solomon.
Boy, what'd you say? Stomping. If they get 2 inches on a good stomp, it ain't full yet.
Go outside, the grass up past your kneecaps. Lazy Negroes won't even cut the grass in the house they squatting in. We got some crayon and papers up in the window. This is ours now. Stay away. We owns it. We done took back the lands. Throw his ass in the penitentiary. That's where his stupid ass need to go. Moron. You ain't gonna defeat this cracker with no pencils and papers. Well, have you ever heard such madness?
No, man. I mean, they're called a superpower for a reason.
And every one of you women know y'all need running water every day.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Every day. You can't take a monkey bath every day.
No, that little dibbling and dabbing, a man can get away with that for two, 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
Right.
That sink washing up.
Right.
Yeah.
But a Hebrew Israelite woman is not subject to that.
Right.
Right.
Because, see, you ain't got to wash your whole ASS, but you got to wash your ASS whole. You have to.
Boy, you tried to clean it up good, but we got the full picture.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Else your drawers will be riding up on you. Had that itchy ass syndrome.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
You can tell somebody ain't washed their ass.
Yeah.
They be walking down the hallway and then they don't even know it. They're reaching back, scratching like hell.
Yeah.
Be like, look at that nasty bastard.
Yeah.
I walk up on them, I say some hot water as hot as you can stand it and some soap up. Help that itchy ass situation you're working with right there.
Because look, all throughout Leviticus 15 on through, all of it is washing with water.
Man, we come from a cleanly people.
Body.
Yes, sir.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
You can't put yourself in squalor. You can't make it squalor. It's one thing you fall into that. You get homeless or something like that, and that happens. But you can't create a living situation for that.
Right.
There must be sanitation and water.
And some of you Negroes, boy, be so musty around the underarms, and then you want to come and hug a brother talking about shalom, shalom. Smelling like Dory Funk Jr.
Oh boy, them old wrestlers. You don't know nothing about that, Tobias. You're young. But that's when wrestling was at the Chase.
Yeah, I remember.
We called it wrestling instead of wrestling.
And all them Rufus Bucks ain't gonna get you no underarm or some deodorants.
Well, you say like Ox Baker up in the
Negro smelling like Ox Baker. Want a hug on you. Burning all the hairs out your nostrils. And you say to yourself, man, this nigga don't smell himself. And the Most High give us, he give you the first shot. You know, you can get a whiff of your underarms before anybody else do.
Oh, yeah.
Then you play it off and run a finger up under the thing.
Yeah.
That me smelling you. Then you running past your mustache. Damn, that is me. You keep them elbows, you keep them arms tight around the body regions.
Yeah.
Praying nobody don't get a whiff of that.
Yeah.
And you looking for the first hot water and soaps you can get around, Daniel.
Yes, sir.
That's if you got a good conscience. You got good sense.
Right. You can't hold them on the alligator arms all day. Sooner or later, you may have to point at something. And when you raise that arm up and you find out your right guard and with left, it's gonna be a problem, ain't it, bro?
If you taking your socks off and you threw them over in the corner and they stand up like boots,
bro.
You done wore them socks about 1 week too long.
Yeah. Let's get back at this.
Right.
If you take them drawers off and they scratch you all around the small of the back and down the legs while you pulling them down.
What you say? They so crusty you can clean the stove with them.
Oh.
You done wore them drawers about 2 weeks too long.
Yeah, they're too old.
Cut out them homo tendencies.
Yeah.
Boy, let me get back to these phone lines.
You can't keep ironing jeans. You be sweating it. They gonna go with it.
Because when that hot steam hit it, all that funk gonna rise up in that steam cloud and just singe all your nostrils, make you close your eyes. Yeah. You ever try to iron a funky ass t-shirt when you hit around that yellow spot around the underarms? Yeah. Man, there's an ungodly stench that rise up out of that steam.
Yeah.
It let you know it's ungodly. Something ain't right about that. Boy. Some hot water and soap. You need to get down to the creek.
And boy, if you see that yellow stain in a leather jacket.
Oh, Lord. That nigga ain't bought no deodorant in boy, in a month of Sundays.
Let's get that.
We ain't tolerating them tendencies
No.
around the remnant of the house of Zion. Shalom, you on our, who we speaking with?
Hello?
Shalom, what's your name?
Shalom, this is Yuval.
What city you calling from,
Georgia.
Yuval? What city?
I'm calling from Fayetteville, Georgia.
Fayetteville, Georgia in the building. Talk to us.
Yes, sir. I was just calling, I used to live in California. I moved out here about 2 months ago now. So I hadn't had a chance to listen to a bit busy. I'm trying to catch up on some of your radio programs.
Yes, sir.
But I just wanted to call, I don't want to stay on the phone long. Those other people waiting, it's getting late. But I just wanted to get some understanding in regards to what I've been reading and seeing about the in Israel with the so-called the Khazar imposter having the red heifer and they have the altar. I don't know if you guys talked on this.
Yes, last night on, you want to check out my rebroadcast. It's up on BrewTube. I put it up this morning. We hit on that subject hot and heavy on the walk on the dark side last night.
Yes, sir.
There's a video I'm instruct you to pull up. Watch that video, listen to the commentary, and I guarantee you'll be up on it. We are very familiar, especially that dedication of the stone altar that just took place about 10 days ago down to Solomon. They preparing the way of the Antichrist, y'all.
Yes, they are.
They preparing the way. And we of the remnant of the house of Jacob, hell, we done took a vow. We gonna make sure that our brothers and sisters are up on it. We keeping our eyes out on these things. We got Hebrews that's over in the land, been living over there 30, 40 years. So we on point on this out. And yes, we did cover this on last night's Walk on the Dark Side. You definitely want to check out that rebroadcast, Hebrew.
Okay, I appreciate it. I sure will. Like I said, I want to hold y'all up, but I sure appreciate everything you guys are doing with but you guys have just stood up to the plate and y'all swinging away with it. And I sure appreciate it. But I've seen so much. Just like you guys are talking, there's so much nonsense. Now, I remember 5-6 years ago, there were some things, but there was barely that much on YouTube. Now there's so much on.
Yeah, it's crazy. All manner of doctrines.
So much.
Even got Christian Negroes like Pastor Omar. We got Christian preachers now claiming to be Hebrew Daniel Solomon.
Yes, sir.
But Omar saying don't keep none of the laws. See, this doctrine is just not kosher with the Most High.
Yeah, just Hebrew Christianity. That's all it is. It's just we just identifying who we are, if that's all y'all want us to say. But we ain't changing our ways now. Y'all done went too far asking that. Y'all want an awful lot for $2.
That's right.
No, we ain't going that far. We'll say we Hebrew. Yeah, you got a point there, but all that other stuff y'all talking, do what? The Passover. And put Easter to the side.
That's right.
You niggas do dedication and all the good joy we having on Christmas. Is you niggas crazy?
Yeah, we crazy enough to save a lot of money this month because we ain't caught up in your Christmas math.
That's right.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call, Hebrew. Anything else you got for us?
I appreciate y'all. No, I'm just letting you know that's you talking about that Boulay, the guy from Louisiana.
Yeah.
He's out here in Atlanta doing some kind of mess with a conference, some kind of messy conference. They got together with all these preachers and it's a mess.
They go riders out.
Just want to say, man, there's some craziness, man.
That's right.
But no, that's it. I appreciate you guys. Shalom and y'all bless.
Shalom, Hebrew. 314-932-1104 is our call-in number. You have a script out?
Yes, sir. I got this 1 Timothy chapter 6, starting at verse 3, hitting on what we've been talking about. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to the wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil submersings, perverse disputes of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
See, thinking gain is godliness because we got 2,000. Remember, you got 2,000 knuckleheads.
You got 2,000 tithers who are being deceived.
2,000 curly stooges.
I saw on one of them things, they sent me one of Free Case Ray's boy say, if you got deep pockets and short arms, you'll never get rank. Also, y'all selling rank, huh?
Wow.
Did they, boy?
Boy, if that ain't an extortion move, I don't know what the hell is, Daniel. They making merchandise of our people.
Yes, yes.
If you got deep pockets and short arms, you ain't never getting no rank round here. Man, that's a damnable shame. Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah, I want to hit on what you were just talking about, making merchandise of us, Jacob, in that 2 Peter chapter 2, starting at verse 1. And it says, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you.
That's right.
Who privately shall bring in damnable heresy, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you.
That's right.
Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Slumbereth not.
Yes, sir.
That means they're going to get what they got coming.
Yes,
exactly.
Get back to these phone lines. Or should I say this phone line? Shalom, you and I, who we speaking with?
All praises to the Most High. Long live the King. To the 12 royal families of the planet, what it do? This is the one and only neighborhood Hebrew.
Yes, sir.
Shalom, Mark Melech. How you feeling down there this morning, Israelites?
Oh, man, I'm feeling right like an Israelite. How about you guys?
Yes,
Feeling
sir.
good like Hebrews should.
Here, and his beard all raggedy these days, man. He trying to kind of come off of some of that, but like I always say, when these preachers find out they Hebrews, you got to quit preaching. Get in that book and study before you open your mouth and say something that you don't realize what you're saying.
That's right.
You got to start all over. You have to now relearn. So now you done figured out the basis. All that other stuff that you done learned don't count no more.
Hallelujah.
You got to put that in the trash and start all over.
That's right, Ak. You telling them the truth.
Right.
And for those of y'all who don't know, when Pastor Omar down in Louisiana first came across our radar, Ak Melech said, well, I go past her. I'm going to swing by there and holler at him.
Right.
And Ak Melech went down there, and that Negro hid in the other room, was scared to come out. Because see, Hebrews ain't scared to come and holler at you. Hell, all I want to do is holler at you.
Yeah.
Man, sent his little buddy out there. I talked to him, and he tried to tell me, oh, yeah, we been knew Christmas was pagan. I was like, man, wasn't I just down here last week? And y'all had Christmas Eve celebration going on? But, you know, that's that confusion again. You got to start all over.
There you go, Ak.
Well, to the 12 royal families, man, shalom, man. You brothers keep doing what you're doing. I just was trying to see if I could get in on the roofers book.
Yes, sir. But I'm afraid
Boy,
you can't get a pack of sunflower seeds down in Georgia with a wheelbarrow full of mock.
Boy, it's like a wet food stamp, ain't it, boy?
Yes, sir. It ain't worth 2 dead flies. Appreciate the call, King Malik.
Oh yeah, man. And my schedule about to open up a little bit here, man. So I'm gonna be back on the road seeing some of y'all, Ireland. I'm gonna get to see you a little bit more often. But they've been working me like a Hebrew slave, but that's all right.
That's all right.
Bro. Take care of your fam, Mark. Continue to let your hands be strong, Hebrew. One love.
It's one love. Shalom.
That's our brother King Malik.
Yeah.
That brother there, boy, if he tell you you're going to be in L.A. and knocking on your door, expect him to be knocking on your door.
Yeah.
And if he call you and say, I'll be in New York tomorrow afternoon about 3:18, I'll be hollering at you. Expect him to be hollering at you about 3:18.
Do they get miles for driving like you get frequent flyer miles? If shit, he stacked up, ain't it?
Man, that brother drive like Jimmy John.
Yeah.
Freaky fast, Daniel Saul. And the Most High, please be with all of our Hebrew. We got Hebrews that's over the road truck drivers listening right now.
Yeah, Big Mike Hodge.
We praying for y'all. We pray that the Most High keep the Ruach amongst y'all and y'all assigned angels that he's with y'all at all times.
That's right.
With you even while you sleep in Zion.
Yes, sir.
Because oftentimes you need more protection while you sleep.
Absolutely.
The devil don't play fair. He'll come at your ass in your sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
While you
that's one of his favorites.
You laying there in a fetal position, looking all soft and sleep. That son bitch would be standing there with a 2x4 ready to wear your ass out.
Right.
So that's why we got to stay prayed up and pray for one another.
We'll pray for one another, bro.
Boy, I'm telling y'all, I can't believe they got 5 of our lines jacked up.
Yeah.
That's burning me. Because see, I know what we pay around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a struggle sometimes. I don't tell you Hebrew.
Right.
You know, it's more than my time that I'm donating around here.
Right.
I want to appreciate you brothers for stepping up.
Yeah.
Continue to keep y'all hand on the plow.
That's right.
I try to be there to be on guard for y'all for doing the Saturday Shabbat class.
Yeah.
Because see, sometimes you attract rabble rousers.
Yes, sir.
Troublemakers. You don't want to come up in there asking crazy ass questions in the middle of the class. Question ain't got nothing to do with what y'all teaching on. So showing you they ain't paying attention to the lesson.
Right.
They coming up in there to be a distraction.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Trying to remove the shalom from the gathered assembly.
Yes,
right.
Sir.
Some of us ain't gonna stand for it.
No.
Get your monkey ass going. What's wrong with you?
D-A. D-L.
Tell them again what that means.
Dada-do.
Right.
Dada-do.
That's right.
Shalom, you on the air. Who we speaking with?
It's Amalia from Illinois.
Illinois in the building. Talk to us.
Good morning. How is everyone?
Feeling good like Hebrew should.
Shalom, sir.
Talk
Good
to
morning,
us.
Daniel and Brother Tobias.
Shalom, sis.
I just wanted to call real quick. I saw that news report about the young man having to have his locks cut yesterday.
Correct.
And it infuriated me. As a mother, as a Hebrew Israelite mother, had I been in the stands, the gym would have been cleared.
I know that's right. I know that's the truth because some of y'all love your sons and wouldn't have stood for no white whore sitting there. You see how violently she was cutting that locks off?
Yeah.
Them locks took years to grow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in 2 years of growing mine, so I understand exactly, how he felt having to have. First of all, they should have never put that boy, that young man, that Hebrew young man, in that situation to make that kind of a decision. That's an adult decision.
Correct.
Yeah.
His own coaches failed him.
Yeah.
His own coach was supposed to come up there and say, well, we forfeited and I'm getting your ass fired and I'm getting your ass fired. They'd have changed their minds real quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And I'm just saying, as a parent, we need, if our kids want to play these sports, let them play, but understand that they need to understand these coaches don't necessarily have their best interests at heart. They have their own interests as far as getting the W on their name.
Yeah.
Correct.
Getting a W for that school. That's what they had, because if that coach was really concerned about that young man, he would have said, you know what, we'll take the loss for this, because I do not want him to have to make that decision. That's his personal decision. That's his cultural decision. And we will not have him make that kind of decision at the last minute like that. Especially like you all said in the reports that said that he's been in other meets. He's had other matches where he had the cap on and the headgear.
Right.
And it was acceptable then. You mean to tell me all of a sudden now it's not acceptable?
That's right. He didn't wrestle all season like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if he has done his part to follow your rules, and you still want to jeopardize his possibility to participate, there's something wrong with you.
That's right.
Boy, I'm just telling you, had I been there as an aunt, as a cousin, as somebody,
I would have adopted the boy.
The gym would have been cleared out, or they would have had to walk me out, because there's no way I, as a forget talking about Hebrew, I know who I am, but for those who don't know who they are, as a black woman sitting there,
hallelujah,
there is no way in the world I would have sat there and would have been quiet and allowed this to happen to that young man. And all them trying to cheer him on and boost him on, y'all don't care about him. You just care about your own.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold my tongue.
I know
you just care about your own self. You don't care about what this young man, the decision you are making him have to make at the last minute like that. That is so, oh my goodness.
We understand.
You know, the next step is going to state.
It's unfair, it's unjust.
We understand perfectly what you're saying, Emar. And like you, if I'd have been sitting in them stands, that would have been my nephew.
Yeah.
I'd have been charging out them damn steps. Get your hands off my nephew. That's Boy, it'd have been some Hitler cussing like y'all ain't heard. Like you say, sister, the gym would have been cleared. Would have been cleared.
Yeah.
Some of us.
And the woman who was cutting his hair, she could have, if she really cared, she could have just made sure that it met the parameters. She was butchering that child's hair. And that was unnecessary. Oh my gosh. Every time I see it, it just fires me up.
Yes, indeed. Just another insult to the house of Israel.
Yeah.
That the Elohim swore by his great name. He's going to avenge us.
Because the Most High don't care what technology is out here. Deuteronomy 28 going to be Deuteronomy 28 in every generation till it's over.
Right.
See, we needed to see that so it keeps us on point as well.
Right.
The good thing out of it is, boy was victorious. They raised his hand.
That's right.
And now everybody championing their cause going to raise his hand again, because some heat going to come down behind this.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when they bring out more about this racist. They going to dig deep on him now.
Right.
I guarantee you, by the time I get through phoning in bomb threats, that heathen going to be fired. That woman who butchered that boy's, her ass gonna be fired.
Yeah.
That other heathen that was standing there like he's supervisor, his ass gonna be fired.
Yeah.
They gonna get dealt with.
And
see,
look,
one way you get a cracker's attention, mess with his money.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Right.
And see, this the same thing. This just on the amateur level. They just did it to Serena Williams.
Oh, yeah.
You can't wear that out there and show that shape like that. Are you crazy?
But she been wearing it.
But been wearing it.
Yep.
They won championships in it.
And I'll be so glad when our people start waking up and seeing the hypocrisy of all this. Yeah, they can talk about marching and they can talk about we shall overcome. But at some point, we as a people need to realize we ain't asking for permission anymore. Yeah. It's going to happen. We are coming over. We are going to reign and rule. And you either get with the program or you're going to get your butt whooped.
That's right. That's right. Sure appreciate the call. And that's why we open up the platform so Israelites like you can have a place where your voice can be heard to the four corners, and your brothers and sisters heard our strong sister this morning.
Yes, sir.
And we salute you. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Shalom.
Shalom. We're broadcasting live from the north side of the STL. And Daniel, I understand where that coach coming from.
Yeah, she's a mother.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes I believe this cracker don't believe we love our children.
Right.
We incapable of loving our children.
Yeah.
Like we ain't human. You know, they used to say that during captivity or slavery.
Right.
A nigga don't feel pain like a regular man do. You gotta cut them extra deep.
Yeah.
When you look
now rub some lemon some lemons and salt into them wounds.
That Mandingo
Make that nigga feel
speak
it.
of, that Mandingo,
Boy,
that movie there.
Right.
Got to rub that salt and lemon in the wound.
that's right. If you ain't never seen Mandingo, go rent it. Find it.
Oh, yeah.
See how they treated you on and there's one called Goodbye Uncle Tom.
Oh, man.
They wouldn't even let that in America.
Had the little white girl running around with brother on a
dog
rope.
leash.
Yeah.
That was banned
We
from
was
America.
considered like pets to them.
Yeah.
They would give a little Hebrew child to their
Yeah.
children as a pet.
Yeah.
Like you would give a puppy to your child.
Yeah, there's inheritance. See, and that's the inheritance that's the recompense that we read in Ezekiel 48th chapter. A lot of people think that means, oh, they're gonna be able to know they're your inheritance. Now you do whatever you will to their offspring.
That's right. That's right.
You okay? No, he going over there. He working for Judah Jr.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
You was written down on paperwork as this heathen's inheritance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm giving my son Charles William Harris V. His inheritance shall be Little Buck,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's called you too, Young Buck.
Yeah.
Auntie Mammy,
Yeah.
and Sly Willie.
Sly Willie, huh?
They would write them names down.
Yeah.
They would put a seal on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at the death of that cracker, they would read that will.
Yeah.
And they would separate them three and give them to you as your inheritance.
That's right.
This took place century after century.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, Daniel?
Yes,
Solomon?
sir.
We walked that out, Zion. Not this kite bastard running around here calling themselves Jews
That's
and
right.
ain't served captivity to nobody.
Nobody.
That's right.
They sitting on all the gold.
Right.
Who you think run the banking system?
Right.
Who you think run Fox News, MSNBC,
Right.
CBS, and all that?
Yeah.
The Jaime.
Yes,
Who
sir.
you think makes the movies out in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
What about Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg ain't
Yeah.
got a Khazarian
Yeah.
kite?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got all y'all personal information that he's swapping out to Bill Gates and all the rest of them?
Yeah.
All y'all secret information, they sharing like hell,
Yeah.
even giving it to the Russians.
Yeah. You talking about the government, you on Facebook.
Say that again, Daniel.
You talking about the government and you
But
on
these
Facebook.
niggas all over Facebook.
Right.
Doing working hours. Doing working hours where they should be out working, they on Facebook.
Yeah.
Inboxing silly women's trying to make them their third and fourth bitch.
Oh.
The bottom bitch.
Oh.
But you call her a wife, huh? But you can't even buy her some deodorant.
Oh,
And mad because your woman make more than you. Hell, Hebrews who got sense glad they women make more than them. Hell, there's more coming up into the crib.
yeah.
What kind of madness is that, Daniel Solomon?
Yeah. It still got to be orchestrated on how.
If you
it's
still
happening.
ahead of your household,
The
your house still gonna be
responsibility
in
still
order.
there. Yes,
Nigga,
sir.
what is you whining about?
Yeah.
Oh, cause you ain't working. And when she get tired of your hobo ass and send you back to your mama's basement to the next silly woman who gonna give you a 6-month contract, all of a sudden she's the devil woman. She's the dragon lady. Well, some of you Negroes are dragging women magnets, ain't you? It's so unfortunate all the children, the mother of your children is not dragging women. You Negroes ought to be ashamed of y'allself.
Right.
We got this one phone line open. 314-932-1104 is the call-in number. Man, we done had some real frank discussions this morning.
Yeah.
Subject matters that need to be hit on
Yeah.
occasion,
Yeah.
Zion,
Yeah.
that we need to speak on.
Yeah. When you put the real in real talk.
That's what this is, a call-in show, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But don't think you're going to call in here with no fumble mouth foolishness.
Right.
What did that Negro say? You got a job, you in the government, and you in the government religion.
Man.
Man, have you ever heard of such madness? And talking, what was all that fast talking about? Do they think because of much and fast talking, they gonna get all that craziness?
Yeah.
Do they know how easy I can just put their ass on
Right.
hold and say, man, y'all heard how fast this Negro talk?
Right.
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 That's that old slick Willieism.
Yeah.
Talk to him, Daniel. That's an alert behavior.
Yeah. Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Try to
Right.
talk you past the talking points, but Yeah, we can't let you go that far. It's scripts say prove all things. You saying there's a scripture. The scripture say what scripture you speaking of?
Right.
So we can at least bid and observe.
What you say? Give me some chapters and verses.
At least so we can bid and observe. We ain't challenging the understanding of it. You could be right on point, but at least tell us where we can go find it so we can at least look and say, okay, yeah, you right, boy. So I guess we ought to throw away all this government money we got, all these bank cards and
but the Negro out his same mouth will say, we got food stamps. We need to use that to get some extra bottled waters and cheese crackers and do some stacking up
with that government money.
Why you even on food stamps the way you talk about this government?
At least let's talk a gold program. Let's turn all that food stamp stuff into gold and see if you can border and trade with that.
That's as crazy as a Negro saying, well, I snitched this brother out because he was strangling that sister.
Right.
And I'm supposed to come to that sister's defense?
Right.
Then you come back a week later and say, beat the hell out that heifer. She don't do what you say. You lay, you stay.
That's double-minded.
So what, he knock your wig off? Send her back home to that nigga that's beating her half to death.
Wigless, huh?
Now, which one is it?
Right.
You gonna snitch the brother out to the policeman because he's strangling her? Because you pulling slick Willie moves. Got that soup spoon up to her lip when that brother walk into the kitchen. You telling her, go on and taste some of this. I made this special. And she's sitting there, ooh, this is good. This is so good. Of course, when the strangler walk in on that, somebody's ass gonna get tore out the frame.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I agree 100.
Yeah.
Then you want to justify snitching this nigga out, the strangler, because you coming to the door of Zion's defense. But your gorilla ass right back on this video, wildly cussing like Hitler. Because some sister at the last minute say, oh, you waiting on me, you stupid bastard. I'm not coming up there. I'm not being your fourth bottom bitch. I'm not babysitting them raggedy bastards you got running around now. I'm not washing y'all dirty ass drawers. Now you mad. She want to back out the contract. What contract? All them crayon contracts that you Negroes specialize in with your Rufus bucks. Get the hell out of here. Well, let me get back to these phone lines. I'm salty as hell behind Charter this moment.
Oh, boy, they started something.
Got me down here on one line, and I'm paying for 6 lines. And that heifer talking about she don't want to give up no credit. You ain't in no position to give me no credit no damn way. Give me a supervisor.
Right.
There's no supervisors here. And I knew that was a sister, but I can't stand a coon that'll front for this heat. But I know you probably didn't spent all your money on Christmas presents. You need your little job.
Yes, you do.
But I wore your ears out for a reason. Right. She probably listening right now. She probably did clock out, Daniel Solomon. She probably clocked out. I got to go today. They ain't pulled us up online. She listening right now. If you call up her sister, I apologize to you. And I'm going to spare you when I speak to them supervisors tomorrow.
Right.
Because you was very professional.
Yes, she was. She didn't break rank.
Even when I said I'm glad that bastard Paul Allen is dead as Burt Reynolds, you maintained your composure.
Still working, sir.
You heard it. Didn't you? She was calm doing that whole thing.
Yes, sir.
Shalom, you on our who we speaking with? Shalom, Israelite, that's you. Shalom, what's your name?
This is Ariyahu from Philadelphia, PA. Hi, everyone. Shalom.
Shalom. Philadelphia in the building. We doing well this morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm blessed to be here and so grateful to be able to participate.
Hallelujah.
With this call.
Talk to us.
I'm still going over the fact that here in Philadelphia right now, we have this brother group that's going around. Black Guns Matter.
Black Guns Matter. That's the first time we heard of that. You ever heard of Black Guns Matter?
No, not ever.
Tell us about it, Nicole T. Tell us about it.
this team of young black men are going around here, are teaching our people to legally learn how to use firearms correctly. And he just put out a post in North Philly yesterday that he had actually stood out there on the corners teaching people who wanted to learn how to handle firearms in the streets, broad and Lehigh. No cops, no anybody interrupted them and everything like that. But at the same time, I'm glad to see that we're not running and hiding. I'm kind of concerned, but at the same time, he's teaching our people how to use them safely, and that he's willing to do classes with whoever needs to be instructed on these correctly.
Right.
And it feels awesome. It's awesome. Black Guns Matter.
First we've ever heard of that, a Coty. I would like to find
right.
out if it's some Khazarian kikes behind that.
Right.
Because some of these organizations are set up
Right.
as a trap and a snare for Israel.
Right, sir.
Right.
And there's some of us who can't legally be around a gun. That's you Negroes got
Right.
convictions on your record.
Right.
Mhm.
Because see, here in the state of Missouri, if you get caught with a weapon and you got some paperwork behind you, they will send you to the penitentiary for being in possession of a weapon.
Yes,
sir.
And what we saying is, if it's a legitimate organization and they want to teach the average Hebrew how to shoot, fine and good. You ought to know how to shoot.
That's right.
To defend yourself and your loved
And
one.
your household.
We have
Yes,
the
sir.
right to do that.
Right.
But we must beware of some of these organizations, like the NAACP, which was founded by the Khazars. And the Khazars still sit on the board of the NAACP, call all the shots on the NAACP, control all the money, all the donations, and the agendas, and still telling them coon Negroes what to do on the NAACP.
True.
What the Klan called
The Niggas, Apes, Alligators, Coons, and Possums Club. That's what they call the NAACP. So we got to be aware of what organization you get hooked up with, Zion.
Yeah.
Find out if any goat riders in the midst. And you have to test the spirit of the people that you be around.
Right.
The Most High blesses you with what's called the spirit of discernment.
Right.
If the hair stand up on the back of your neck when you come in the presence of one of them, they say something sideways to you, give you that under-eyed look. You know that's an adversarial spirit, and that's your inner ruach telling you, warning you.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Run for us, run.
Right.
Yeah.
You come around some Negro with your woman and you just happen to glance over to the left and find that Negro eyeballs caressing your woman's rear end, you know that Negro ain't working with the right spirit.
Right. You say smiling like Leon from the Five Heartbeats.
Yeah, smiling like Leon from the High Five, and you catch him just staring at the rear end of your woman.
Wow.
That should send up a red flag, shouldn't it?
Immediately lust of the flesh. Yes,
This Negro ain't here for the fellowship of the brethren.
Right.
This Negro buttock watching.
Trying to find out who's not happy, huh?
On the quabba hunt. This one of them quabba hunting Negroes right here. No, let's use the spirit of discernment in this hour.
That's right.
Because the devil gonna run them past you, Zion. If you on this righteous walk, guess what? The devil gonna sling a few arrows. You gonna run into a few traps and pitfalls. You got to get ready. You got to be on guard, as they say.
All times, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I don't want to be around a brother, man, that got that unclean spirit on. I think it's for me to say, man, you need to stay away from me.
Yeah.
Right.
And honor that.
Right.
I'm not trying to get around you.
Right.
Why are you sneaking this bastard around us and you know we don't want him around us?
Right.
Because you in on the sneakiness. You got them sneak tendencies.
Yeah.
You can't sip from two cups.
No, you can't.
Right.
Anything else you got for us, Coty?
Well, I love the scripture from Psalms 149. I read that daily.
Hallelujah.
And I stand on it, and I pray for all of us that we are able to
see when the Most High, Yahuwah, do his recompense on these people. I pray that I want to be able to see it, and those that are walking in the truth will be able to see it as well, because we are out here praying for it, we're praying against it, we're teaching each other, we're standing on what it is that we're supposed to stand in it. So I'm praying that each and every one of us will be able to understand and pray as well as watch. You must
That's right.
watch. You cannot have one eye open.
That's right.
And saying that you are okay with this, but you're not okay with that.
Right.
You got to stand on either on the right side or the left.
Hallelujah.
That's right.
Because that fence is hurting your behind. Get off of it.
Ain't no fence riders in this walk.
That's right.
Boy, we'll make it tender, won't it?
That's right. That's right. Now the Most High say if you lukewarm,
That's right.
Spew you
he
out.
gonna spew you out.
Yes, sir.
And that's what fence riders are.
Right.
Lukewarm.
Yeah.
You want to play both sides of the fence. You want to run over her one day, but you're sitting amongst them Negroes is burning bread, lying, talking about a nigga's a thief and doing this and that, and you sitting there swallowing it. You may even be slapping hands and high-fiving on it, but yet you come back over here smiling around me. You can't sip out two cups.
Right.
You can't drink.
No.
Expound on that drink out of when we
It's
wait till
like-
the coachee go
Laugh it
off.
off,
Wait till the
too.
coachee go off.
Because people will sit back, as I have experienced it. They will say that, oh, yeah, I'm for this. But when you get up around them, you see, wait a minute, this is bothering my spirit. It's time to fall back.
That's right.
So you have to understand that he's dealing with you. They may not be where you are,
Right.
but he's dealing with you. So you got to sit back and understand everybody's not on the same level and won't be on the same level with you until we are back in the kingdom together. Then we will be all one. But as of right now, you're walking this race. You may be by yourself, but at the same time, you're never alone because he's with you.
Hallelujah.
right.
Very well said, a coachee. Very well said. Don't let this be your last time calling a network.
I will not, sir, and I thank you all very much. And I do watch all the teachings, and I'm getting very, very familiar with the radio shows and everything.
Hallelujah.
So I'm very much so will be participating much more. And I thank you again. And I would say, Israelites, stand up. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes,
Excellent
sir.
call from my
Yes, it
sister.
will.
Go ahead, Ak. You got a script.
Yeah, I got this Matthew 6:24 hitting on what y'all been hitting on all day. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. And the second witness is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 24. No, verse my bad, I lost my spot. Verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils.
That's right.
So that's plain and simple. It's like drinking you R&R and cognac cordon bleu is the same to you. There's nothing in the middle that changes. R&R, you can get 3 gallons for $2.
That's right.
Cordon bleu may run you $2.80 for just a liter.
One bottle.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
They're not the same.
No,
That's right.
no, sir. Not gonna feel the same either.
Now, Daniel, for those who don't understand what we mean by the concept of you can't drink from 2 cups, expound on that.
Well, like you what the script says to come into fellowship with. It have no allegiance with
Right.
anything of dark outside of these laws, statutes, and judgments. You can't come into fellowship. That means an allegiance with.
Right.
Now, there'll be your family members.
That's right.
There'll be your brothers and sisters, but
That's right.
those are just family members, co-workers,
Associates.
But when we're talking about coming into allegiance, when you lift a cup,
Right.
like the Messiah told his disciples,
Right.
he said, y'all lift this cup up and y'all might. Now he talking to his 12, he didn't get
Right.
empowered to.
Right.
He
Right.
said, y'all lift this cup up unworthily, it's going to be a problem.
Right.
See, and that's all we talk about. We're not forcing you to drink any cup. It's just that where we stand according to the record, if somebody come in that's been sipping another cup, the instructions are laid out before the class start. This how we gonna pray. This is the rules of praying.
Correct.
This the way we gonna turn, and this where we at. If you don't want to get with this, then we ask you to step out over there.
That's right.
Now you can come back and hear this truth, but you're not going to promote your doctrine in here.
That's right.
Because you're down here to it. Now the questions you ask about this doctrine or your doctrine will be handled and answered in a timely and fair manner.
Yes, sir.
But you won't overpower nothing, and you won't cause disturbance, because we're not going to agree to allow it to just be looked over.
Right.
No, you can't do it. It's either all or nothing.
That's right.
It's messianic.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
This Melchizedek order priesthood.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
It's spirit and truth. Do we got work to do? Yeah, we got work to do. But
we
all
are
sinners.
progress.
Yes,
we
sir.
all are working progress.
All are falling short of the glory.
That's right.
But we ain't gonna make the situation worse for us.
Right.
All of us got partners that may be of something else or doing something else. But when we talk about script, what comes out is this script.
That's right.
We're not gonna compromise with Christianity.
That's
I come over there with you, and I can sit in. Your preacher ain't gonna be there. I'll sit in for him.
Right.
And no, he can't come in and sit in for nobody over here. But you know, if hey bro, what y'all doing? Well, man, we over at 54. Just come on by there. Yeah, we'll stop by and drink a beer or something. But that's as far as it goes.
Right.
And don't be offended if I say that you can't be trusted because you might sneak a nigga down there. You knew that nigga was being snuck last year. No, I don't want your monkey ass to come. You ain't tell me about it. You was in on the conspiracy. But the first thing they gonna say, I didn't know. I didn't know. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Yes, sir.
Shalom, you on air. Who we speaking with?
Shalom, Brother Fred from Texas.
Texas in the building. Talk to us, Brother Fred.
I was calling to seek a little advice as far as two things I see is being brought up. The first one is me. I'm in the faith, but I have two other brothers, and they're not in the faith. And we trying to see about as far as buying some land for family inheritance to pass down to our kids. So before I make this move, I see it's been brought up a lot, and I just seeing some advice y'all would ask to say about it as far as me and my brothers coming in together to purchase some land, to move on to the land for family inheritance. What would y'all say about that? Something like that.
Well, if you trust your brother, I don't see nothing wrong with it on the business transaction. Spiritually, you can keep working on it. Who's to say this time next year you may not hear him refer to our Elohim as the Most High?
That's right. That's right.
That word will slip off their lips.
Right.
And that'll show you they was listening all along.
Right.
Maybe it's just their pride. I'm the little brother. They don't want to hear nothing I got to say.
Right.
Maybe they got to still continue to be worked on. You can pray for your brother.
Right.
That's right.
Now, if your brothers were still in your annihilators when you was little, you borrowed them a little change, they didn't borrow it back. Hell, you know their nature.
Right.
You know whether you should go into a business transaction with them. We don't know your brothers,
Right.
But if you trust your brothers, man, them your brothers. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all doing that if that's what y'all so.
And you're saying a business transaction. So we understand that is for the inheritance of the family, y'all. Under these circumstances, it's not based on doctrine we have to agree on, but you have to make a legal binding agreement. Then.
And you need to get a document that all y'all
have to do that so that because it'll make you lean back to, well, man, I thought we was believers in God. You have to be careful unless everybody is on the same page with the same doctrine.
And
if not, you got to get something in there that say, hey, because we see the fights at the funeral.
Oh, ain't no doubt, man. Ain't no doubt. And understand this, if something was to happen to you, you would want to protect your family by that legal document. Because with you gone, your two brothers may not have never gotten along with your wife, and they may want to X her out her few acres that you wanted to have reserved for her.
Yes, true.
So therefore, if you got a legal document that you put in your safe,
that
that will cover you That's a binding legal document.
Right.
That's why some things in these lands of captivities that
Right.
we in, we have to deal with the government.
Right. Give
See,
Caesar what Caesar.
Negroes don't want to deal with the government. Ain't got no cause.
Right.
Because you got to have paperwork on that car.
Yes, sir.
You can put that sovereign license plate all you want to on the back of that car.
Yeah.
Your ass getting pulled over and harassed every day.
Yeah.
You chose that. See, we gonna adhere to that stop sign law.
Right.
Right.
Not only do we not want to just plow through the stop sign and tear our own car up,
Yeah.
but we don't want to get pulled over because we rolled through that stop. Stop at the damn stop sign. Stop at the red light.
Right.
Put your signal on when you're signaling.
Right.
If the police behind you, if you ain't got your seatbelt on, hurry up and click it on. Maybe he didn't see you sneak, put it on.
Yeah.
He can't give you a ticket for it if he walk up on you, you got it on.
Right.
That
Yes,
makes sense to me, Daniel.
Yes,
Solomon.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What about
Yeah.
you?
Yes, sir.
Why I'm gonna spend extra money on a lawyer, having to take off work to go to court?
Yeah.
And if y'all went to some of these nigger courts and some of these jurisdictions,
Yeah.
they got Hebrews wound up around the building.
Yes, sir.
Them dollar signs to them
Right.
crackers.
Right.
You fall and pray to these heathens. Get a ticket, pay a ticket.
Yeah.
Negro talking about he can clean your credit up. Give me $300. And you fall for that? You need to have your $300 took from you. How about you wake the hell up? You could have used that $300 paying that damn bill and getting your credit straight. And what is our poor asses getting off of credit anyway?
Yeah.
A car? The heathen would rather finance a car than a roof on your house.
Yeah.
But see, those of y'all ain't never had no houses don't know this.
Right.
Y'all don't know nothing.
Right.
You couldn't spell a word mortgage.
Right. They'll give you a brand new car, no money down.
Right.
Because they know they can come and snatch that back.
Yeah.
But for that roof you need or some home
Yeah.
improvements,
Yeah.
they gonna sweat the hell out of
Yeah.
it. Give you the highest interest rate.
Yeah. Need some.
You think you can
insurance.
defeat that cracker
Yeah.
with a pen and piece of paper?
Right.
You better go up in there with a bomb and an army standing behind you. We realists in this.
Yeah.
So I advise to you, Ak, if you trust and love your brother's mind, I don't care how much love and trust you got, still get some documentation in order
Yeah.
Right. Right.
on whose section of the land is this,
Right.
whose section of the land is that.
Right.
If somebody was to lose a job, I'm gonna cover for my brother. Do I still want to give him that section that we agreed on? Y'all need to have a serious conversation on all of that, or else going and just buy your own land and you ain't got to deal with none of that.
But
Yeah, and
are you just
that's
saying
basically
from
where it came
biblical?
from. As far as if one brother get hurt or something, I'll be able to help him out as far as my nieces and nephews go and vice versa,
Yes, sir.
things of that nature.
Correct.
Absolutely, bro.
Correct. And that's just using good common sense. We come from Hebrews that use good common sense. Did we not, Daniel?
Yes,
Solomon?
sir.
Sir.
Yes,
That's
sir.
how our flocks increase. That's how our acres
sir.
increase.
Yes, sir.
And when we was in our land, we used to pass down inheritance to our children.
Yeah.
Did we not, Daniel? Solomon?
Absolutely.
Because we have a law of inheritance. Everything's supposed
Yes,
to be
sir.
decently and in order, man, in
That's
this
right.
walk.
That's right.
That's what makes us set apart. Talk to us, Hebrew.
And the next thing is as far as I was thinking last week in class, as far as the marriage was going, and then Simon spoke up, he just mentioned the Applebee's restaurant. And I'm gonna tell you what I did. If I'm in violation, I need to be corrected. As far as got married last year, and we went out to eat at a restaurant, and her father came and asked permission for the father to have his daughter. He said, yeah, we had 2-3 witnesses there, and we went to the court to get the paperwork to get some legal documentation as far as marriage go to say we were married, and that's how we went about that. So I'm trying to see if I'm in violation, going about that way, did I do it wrong, or what?
Well, getting the paperwork.
Now, you talking about being at the restaurant and eating? Say that again,
We went to the restaurant to eat,
Yeah.
and to get the father's permission to have his daughter.
Okay.
He said, yeah. And we had 2 or 3 witnesses there.
Yes,
So, I
sir.
don't go to church for
Right.
the church house.
Right.
Okay.
And we went to the courthouse
Uh huh.
to get the paperwork as far as saying we married
Right.
also. And I'm trying to see, are we in violation doing it the way we did it?
No,
No,
man.
that's the way I
Look,
did it, bro.
Look,
So, yeah.
those of us who honor our wives and love our wives, man, we on record. You won't paperwork on that car that you bought, don't you?
Right.
You want paperwork on that damn iPhone that you spent $1,000 on in case that damn thing stop working next week. You want that paperwork to make sure you can, if something go wrong, you know, your legal is binding. Yeah, Nate Daniel Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to show the world that you and your rib?
That was public acknowledgement.
A public acknowledgement that that's your rib. No, only these hobo-ass Negroes who teaching these hot-tailed, silly women that the moment we have bohawking sex, at that moment you my wife. Well, you know how many wives you niggas got running around here if that's the case? Going back to your teenage years?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
No, Ak, what you did was legal.
And honorable.
And honorable.
Because you did what the script say do. You went to the Father, you know, public to witness, you're in a public setting. And if y'all had something to eat, that's the feast. That always happens before then the marriage chambers, you know, or if the marriage chamber already happening and you correcting that now, that's called keeping the law. That's what the law, when it means, when somebody say you can't keep the law, you can keep the law. You just have to know what to do if you break a law.
Correct.
If you still alive.
Hallelujah.
And able to repent. You just double back and say, this the way I got to do it. It may not be, everything is lawful, but it may not be expedient at that time. But you're saying it's expedient now for me to do it this way so I can cover you with my skirt, like the Most High did when he married Israel in Ezekiel 16th chapter, when he said, I took you like this and I washed it, I protected you. And then when the time of love was right, after I courted you for a while, then I spread my skirt over you and put that protection over you.
Very well said, Daniel Solomon.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, Ak, you did that which was honorable and what a real Hebrew Israelite man would do.
Yes, sir. That's basically why I was calling for this morning, to seek some wisdom, and if I need to be corrected on something.
No, you good to go on both those matters. But concerning your two brothers, man, just holler at them, Ox, let them know I believe in the Most High, and he want everything done decently in order. If we're going to do this, let's, just like you went down to the courthouse and did that paperwork, put the money transactions down on paperwork and the split of how y'all going to do it, and the scenario of I leave here before he leave here and he leave here before I leave here. This is going to be our binding document for our family's sake, because we want to pass this down to our children.
Right.
Everything decent and in order. You never go wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And shalom.
Shalom, Hebrew. That's what we're here for.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, Hebrews have to deal with them kind of questions.
Right.
Because this Negro's like that dog
character. Married to the state.
You know, that nigga called himself Pastor Dog till you don't go get no marriage license.
Right.
Because he's snatching niggas' woman like the one boy, the gorilla boy had on there. They whining. You take your family up on Dow's compound and you leave and go back down to Florida. Hell yeah, in the wee hours, he's sniffing around them doors. You ain't there with your woman, Negro.
Right.
Now you done let the damn fox up in the hen house. He didn't convince you not to go get no paperwork. So guess what? When he knocked hip sockets loose, now he married to her. Ain't that y'all doctrine?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
The wide hip woman. When the moron brought Magic Draws up into the scene, and Magic Draws just waited on that Negro to leave. And Magic Draws got the wide hip woman and knocked her hip sockets loose. She went from being married to you to being married to Mr. Magic Draws. So what y'all whining and crying about? She's a whore woman and a brother did you wrong. You niggas crazy. And you think we're going to allow this infiltration up into the remnant of the house of Israel and just sit on the side and don't say nothing? Get going with that.
Yeah.
I can't say it no plainer, Daniel Solomon.
That was crystal clear, bro.
Shalom, you on air. Who we speaking with?
Shalom, I'm Jacob, Karen from Philly.
Shalom, Sister Karen. How you doing up there in Philly this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Feeling good like a Hebrew should.
Shalom, Brother Daniel, Brother Akabiah.
Shalom, Sister Karen.
Shalom, sis.
Talk to us.
How y'all doing? I just called to speak, but I also did some research on the little kid that got his grades cut off.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the curses are truly passing on to the other cultures, because this kid's mother is white and his father is Spanish.
What is Spanish? I mean, is he that you seen the look of him, or is he a?
I can't hear you.
I'm saying, is he an Israelite from there, or is he?
Well, whichever parent has that dominant gene, we can tell from them dreadlocks he had. He got Hebrew in him.
Yeah, look, that's what we're asking is.
Because if that had been a full black couple, all hell would have broke loose in that camp. Because I was trying to say something ain't right about this. Let me check this out. So I pulled up some pictures. Father, I think he might be Puerto Rican or something like that. I'm not sure.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, if that's the case, well,
then, we got some Judah,
right?
Well, down there in Puerto Rico,
and if it ain't
Judah overspread to the four corners.
Right. But if it ain't no Israelite in him, the fact that he's wearing an Israelite custom hairstyle ain't gonna be tolerated by them. That's what they saying.
Right. That's right.
We don't want no parts of this around here. You can't wrestle with that type of hairstyle. That's the hairstyle of them people.
That's right.
So even if it is the crime itself of making him cut his hair is what we're talking about. Now, if he was Hebrew, that just throw more salt on the wound.
That's right. That's right.
But they attack culture as well.
That's right.
Right.
We as black people first, Hebrews first, whatever you want to call it. Oh, hell would have broke loose in that camp.
Oh, yeah.
If it had been showing up us.
I would like to think so, Coty. I truly would like to think so, but we got.
If I was just a bystander sitting there watching the match and saw that madness, I'd have jumped.
Yeah. He'd have been your nephew.
Just onto the floor.
That's
and
right.
Grabbed them scissors and start cutting down her hair.
Now, hallelujah! You'd have immediately made him your nephew. We understand.
It's just crazy. And they doing this in all the colleges with the kids, tell them they can't wear certain hats. Black kids, they can't wear.
Yeah, they had an article.
It's just they know that it's almost over, so they doing everything in their power to inconvenience us in any way, shape, or form.
Correct. That's
now,
what
the
it comes
deal
down
is,
to.
if he wasn't got no Israelite blood from either side, would it have happened if he'd have had a mullet? Because he'd have wrestled with a mullet.
Daniel, boy, they just unrelenting on the captives of Zion in this hour. And then you heathens is imitating our heritage and culture. You get the nigger treatment from this crack.
You will, because ain't nothing worse than a
nigger lover in the eyes of some of these white supremacists. Anything else?
Brother Jacob, they've been imitating us forever.
Yes,
now
ma'am.
They got us imitating them. They got us going out there buying bleaching cream and all that old crazy ass. I mean, we are just some of the sickest people you ever want to see. Don't you know the best compliment is to somebody trying to be like you?
Well, sister, that's some of that.
Going out there bleaching your skin, trying to be like they're dying from cancer, doing all kinds of craziness, dyeing your hair blonde. I mean, it's just crazy what we go through.
Yeah, well, we're in one of all things. It's like,
that's that untreated trauma a lot of us suffering from, Coty. Let's not forget we've been.
I'm mad about my color. I'm mad at white folks for tampering with what our ancestors, making me look almost like they ass.
That's right. We understand. We understand, Coty.
Right.
We understand your fervency and your anger this morning. It's shared by Israelites all over the world who saw that white whore chomping at that cat's her Daniel Solomon man like she was shearing a damn cat.
Right.
Came with scissors.
And them heathens.
They told her to put the scissors in her pocketbook.
That's right.
And that was premeditated all the way around.
Yes, it was. And that heathen standing there like a damn overseer scowling. Boy, I was hot looking at that Daniel Solomon.
And I swear I couldn't nail one of them honkies put their hands on me after I won that match. Nail one of them. They grabbed them and hugged them and man, get off me.
Hallelujah.
First of all, I don't think I would have even cut my hair. Lose them.
That's right, Coty.
You understand?
That's right.
Them. I'm sick of y'all telling me what to do.
Hallelujah. We agree with you.
It's just sad. I was just basically calling to say hello and glad to hear that the sister called from Philly, and she in North Philly right where I'm at, so that was good to hear.
Hallelujah.
So I just called to talk about that. Shalom. Y'all have a blessed evening.
You do as
All
well.
praise to the Most High, long live the King. Ha, Yahoo.
Yahoo.
That's right.
Go ahead, Ak. You got a script.
Yeah, I got this book of Tobit, chapter 7. Want to hit on this for as what the brother was talking about, marriage being lawful. Book of Tobit, chapter 7, starting at verse 11. I have given my daughter in marriage to 7 men who died that night. They came in unto her. Nevertheless, for the present be married. But Tobias said, I will eat nothing here till we agree and swear one to another. Raguel said, then take her from henceforth, according to the manner, for thou art her cousin, and she is thine. And the merciful God give you good success in all things. Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, behold, take her after the law of Moses, and lead her away to thy father. And he blessed them, and called Edna his wife, and took paper, and did write an instrument of covenants, and sealed it. And I want to start right there, just saying that that covenant that she wrote out was the marriage contract.
Yes, sir.
And then in the next chapter, it was him consummating the marriage, and later on was the public acknowledgement, just showing that everything that brother did was correct.
Right.
Decent and in order.
Yes, sir.
And Daniel, we got an email from an occult who wanted me to ask you this question. Shalom, brother Jacob, Daniel, and Octobias. This is Talia from Newcastle, Delaware. I have a question to be read on the air today. I found a book that was removed from our holy script called the Book of the Law of the Lord. It is mentioned in the scriptures in 2 Chronicles 34 and 14, Joshua 24 and 26, Nehemiah 9 and 3, 2 Chronicles 17. I'll pass this on to you, Don. You can follow up on them scripts. But it goes into, I'm going to read on the email. It goes into more detail about the laws we need to keep, and it was kept within the Ark of the Covenant. It was so-called lost, but I found a link. It is definitely from the Most High in our holy manuscript. So my question is, why is it that a lot of our Israelite men, one in particular that I know, are saying that marriage is sex, that we don't need to be married under the government, that marriage licenses are wrong and only instituted by man because they didn't want slaves to marry the whites? I completely disagree, and I don't believe this, but I want further confirmation because this book of the law of the Lord says in chapter 15 on marriage, 1, when thou takest a wife, thou shalt take such a one as thou lovest, and who lovest thee, and whom thou mayest lawfully marry. And thou shalt go before an apostle, a high priest, or the chief of the elders, where thou dwellest, or the priest who administereth in the temple and the synagogue, and by him shall you be joined in marriage, that she may be thine in life, thine in the resurrection, and thine in life everlasting, and that the children which she beareth thee may be with thee in the everlasting kingdom. 2nd verse, and he who joineth you in marriage shall unite her unto thee by an indissoluble bond, and shall give thee grace to love her, and cherish her, and protect her, and grace unto her to love thee, and nourish thee, and honor thee. Also, Romans 13 says to obey the laws of the land. That's an important thing to note.
Yes, sir.
Why is it that Israelite men today do not want to truly marry us women in the walk? Or why does it have to be so difficult? It's a lot of unwed people in this walk, and in order to flee fornication, wouldn't we need to be lawfully married according to the land we dwell in and have a covenant contract / license according to the Most High? Why don't these men want to do it? Please advise and help myself and a few other fellow sisters in the walk of what you think. Shalom, family. And she sent a link.
And the main thing is just that they are going to hold you account. I'm still waiting on somebody to send me any documentation that the government took over somebody's marriage. The government take over your marriage when you can't stay together.
And that's called the divorce proceedings.
Right. They have to come in so y'all won't kill each other. That's the only time they have to come in. But you can amicably
Do that.
Do that yourself and say, okay, you gonna take that, I'll take that. Y'all gonna put that paperwork in.
Only
They
spend
say
that $250.
it's cool
and it's a done
with
deal.
us. It's cool with us. We ain't got no problem with that. But look, if you want to go back to paperwork, there was a marriage ceremony at Mount Sinai.
Say that again.
There was a marriage ceremony at Mount Sinai, and the marriage agreement was wrote on 2 pieces of stone.
It was called a covenant.
Yes, sir.
And he sprinkled the people with blood like the hymen blood of a virgin with the piece of document after he showed you this, the marriage covenant.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to be in a major sermon, have a preacher doing it, rip that out of your Bible. Most King James got 2 witnesses on there with covenant. Take that, it has got the 10 commandments on there and witness spots right there. Do that in front of 2 witnesses and take that down to the courthouse and get it sealed. You have to get it sealed because they're not going to recognize shacking.
Say it again.
They ain't recognizing shacking and playing house.
Playing house. Not only no, hell no.
They're just not going to do it. You're not going to make this kingdom just like when Herod called for the census. Joseph and Mary went up there and got checked in.
Sure.
He said, give Caesar what's Caesar.
Yeah.
The fish he told Peter to go get had government money of Rome that he pulled out. It wasn't just a plain piece of gold. It was their money because he had to pay their system.
And this was why we was living in our land, but had them Romans, Gentile heathens ruling over us in our land.
Right.
We had to play by the rules then.
Yes,
what
sir.
the hell you think gonna go down into captivity in the lands in which you dwell in?
I'm just
Get out of here with that.
I'm just waiting for one letter to say this what they did with that marriage contract. They came into my home. They told me she could no longer do this and I could no longer do that.
Marriage is honorable.
I ain't seen it, Jake, about that paperwork like that, but we understand what the real deal is.
That's right.
You just ain't ready to get off the pot.
And you silly ass heifers, that Negro sitting up in there, he got legal paperwork on one of them wives. You other 3, 4 linebacker looking heifers, ain't no, he ain't got no paperwork on y'all because number one, his ass would be arrested.
Yeah.
There's only one state they allow you to have more than one wife, and you got to be of the Mormon religion in Utah to get away with that.
Yeah.
Oh, but your little fraudulent paperwork, your documents.
Look, and how you gonna use
under sovereignty laws?
Look, so
no, Lakoti, don't give him nothing if he don't want to honor you by publicly walking you outside and proclaiming you as his wife, and y'all have a binding contract
before the whole world.
Before the whole world, before the Most High, before anybody.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, just because you bohawking on the other side of midnight don't make you man and wife.
No.
Get the hell out of here with that.
No.
Is the whore you purchased last year for $20?
Yeah.
Is that your wife?
Uh-oh, it should be.
Is you going to publicly walk down and bring her to the Passover? When 5 other niggas done laid with that same whore? Is she all y'all wives?
Right. And how you going to use the government internet to send a divorce clause?
Get out of here.
Email. Hold on, email government paperwork.
That's right.
Ain't it? How you? Oh, you ain't gonna get married with paper, but you gonna send them an email.
But they fill out
saying
that government,
we divorced.
They'll deal
over
with that
the email. The same. Get out.
They'll deal with that government paperwork to get that food stamp.
Right.
Huh? You niggas ought to quit it. And we know we ain't allowing that hobo theology nowhere near coming around the remnant. We gonna shout it down. Get out of here with that. You're trying to get out of your responsibility. It's unmanly. It don't look good on you. Make me question y'all ass. How the hell was you raised? I done kept y'all a little bit longer. Y'all don't mind this morning.
Yeah, we go.
Because you know they jocked us that second hour.
Go ahead, bro. We take a couple more.
Yes, sir.
Shalom, you and I. Who we speaking with?
This is Benjamin Watts again.
This the colorblind brother again?
Yes, and I ain't being disrespectful at all, and I already repented for even cussing my brothers and my sisters out and doing that, but I felt some type of way, and I love correction. So therefore, I'm repenting for that part of it. Is being not letting you guys talk. So now I want to have that conversation with you. Now and I'm gonna let you. I'll let you speak.
Oh, you gonna let us speak?
Of course, I have when I get in the spirit, that's what I do. If you knew me, then you would know that that's what I do when I get in the spirit.
Well, we don't care about you getting in your feelings,
you know what I mean? About everything. But I heard something, just real quick, just a question. I heard something you had to say. I just want you to touch on this. How many husbands did the prostitute have?
What prostitute you speaking of?
Oh, that Christ,
the 5?
that Christ came up to when he asked her, where's her husband?
Well, was she a prostitute? Or did she have 5 husbands? Hold on.
Again, you're talking over folks, man.
Hold on. See, it never made her a whore. The script never said she was a whore. Hold on.
No, you listen, Negro.
Look, you asked the question.
How you gonna ask a question, then won't let a brother say a word in edgewise? Now, I got your long-headed ass on hold. And we don't care about you going into your feelings. You can say, I'm going in the spirit. No, Negro, you going into your feminine feeling. Matter of fact, get your monkey ass off this line. He's still talking.
Yes.
Don't call up her no more.
See, and what we got to understand, you going to throw the verse out there. You say, I'm going to do it, but then you wouldn't give me a chance to answer because it sounds like the Messiah asked her, is this your husband? No, it said you didn't. Those 5 were your husbands. This man is not your husband that you're sleeping with.
What is he talking? He don't even know the script that he used.
So that's what he asking her. And now the question he may be asking is, did he say go and sin no more? That may be the question that he's asking. But the Messiah know what a husband is. Right. He said you had 5 of them. But this one ain't a husband. If you're having sex with him and he's not your husband, something is missing, like a document. Because y'all willy-nilly and y'all just is friends with benefits what y'all got going.
That's right.
Understand this. The only scripture you will see in the Bible of a harlot being charged with a crime is if she played the harlot and she was married to a man. Most of these harlots, like when Solomon was splitting the baby, both of those were harlots.
Correct.
The daddy wasn't around. That's why Solomon was going to settle it.
That's right.
Jephthah's mother was a harlot, but all it's saying is it's a woman that got with a man and didn't get no protection and end up with a baby.
That's right.
And then you get the title harlot.
Correct.
Because you don't have no power of protection over you.
That's
now
right.
You become a whore if you start practicing that behavior.
That's right. Selling the quabba.
Yeah. So let's get it straight. The Messiah knew what he was saying to the woman. Just like they asked him when they came to him and asked him, this woman has 7 husbands. Which one of them in the kingdom gonna be a husband? He like, ain't no marriage in the resurrection. Them gonna be brothers and sisters.
That's right.
Abraham and Sarah started calling each other after they couldn't have sex no more. It's right. Brother and sister. Hey, sister, good morning.
That's right.
Give a kiss on it, but love is gone. When you get in the kingdom, what you gonna think? That would be Palandra if she had 5 husbands that died and she remarried legally.
Correct.
She can't be all of them wives in the kingdom because that means Palandry. That's a woman with more than one husband.
That's right, Daniel. Right. Break it down.
What are they talking about, man?
They're talking crazy. And Negro call up here talking about he apologized, but then start the same madness over again. Loud talking. And did you hear that, Negro? I'm going to let y'all talk. No, Negro, you don't call up here and say you going to let us speak. What's wrong with these Negroes, Daniel? What you mean you going to let us? I'm going to let y'all talk. Boy, that's the wrong thing. Let it come off your lip to your brother Jacob. Go ahead, Tobias.
Yeah, I got this Matthew 22 hitting on what Daniel was just talking about. And it says, Matthew 22, verse 23. The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die having no children, his brother shall marry his wife, and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And the last of all, the woman died also, Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. Jesus answered and said unto them, do ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God? For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven.
See, so now you go back to supernatural,
right?
You know, so there ain't gonna be no palandry. It ain't gonna be no woman with husband. Hey, how you made it to the kingdom?
Right.
Hey, Benny, you heard too. And then you got that color purple. You had your way. And I had a mind. And seeing these polygamists got to be careful. Those that do what we call commanded polygamy. I'm not talking about those handling their business. I'm talking about that commanded and a run to the one where the Lord tell David, I gave you your master's wife. You got to be careful with that.
Right.
Because David had his master's wife's daughter he was married to.
Right. That's right.
So you can't have mother and daughter. You got to be careful if you use that scripture. Right. You got to make sure the master wives that the Most High gave him was not the mother of your wife.
That's right.
That's right.
So that had to be careful. But kings that died that had concubines, they became your property if they wasn't part of his harem, or if he was dead, he's legally dead, so you could take him. But you can't have her daughter and the mama. That wasn't what the Most High was saying when I gave you your master's wife. You got to be careful and see who Saul's wives were and who Micah, the daughter, Michal, and the other one. Was that the same woman, or that's law breaking?
That's right. That's right. You got a script over there to buy?
Yeah, I got this John 4 hitting on the exact script what brother was talking about. And I'm going to start at verse 15. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Jesus said unto her, Go, call thy husband and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands.
How many husbands she had?
5 husbands. And he whom thou now hast is not thy husband. And that saidest thou truly. That was it.
Yeah. So see, he knew the difference in a true marriage with witnesses versus one just a rolling in the hay.
Right.
Correct.
Them husbands, this what you got now, this freaky deaky.
Say that again.
This freaky deaky.
That's right.
You just saying, look, we friends with benefits. I don't want no allegiance to nothing.
Now I told that colorblind Negro not to call up her again. You think that's him on this line that's blinking?
Oh, wow.
Let's see if it is. Who we speaking with? Shalom, you on air. Who is this?
It's Willie.
That was him.
Was it?
That was his long-headed ass. See what you're dealing with sometimes, Hebrews? Y'all ain't gonna make me strike the rock. I want to cross the River Jordan.
Right.
Now do what your ragged ass want to do. You don't need my permission, Negro. There's plenty of silly-ass women out there y'all can run through. Y'all can pass the nasty women disease amongst each other. You can have the things that come with that. Have at it. But don't be mad because we don't want to tolerate it around us. And we know the difference between that which is lawful in Israel and that which is unlawful.
Right.
But we know was also expedient in this hour.
Right. Know exactly what it is. They're going to force expedient on us because you want to do it.
Man, how many he apologizing but doing the same craziness. Talking about he went into his feelings. Anybody know me? No, I go into the spirit. We don't know you. No, we don't know you. And it sounded like you was going into your feelings.
Exactly.
All that fast, feminine ass talking. Slow down. Real men talk where each other can understand what we saying. Now, how you going to ask the brother a question and then don't let him respond?
Right.
Just start more loud, fast talking. Get out of here with that. We ain't built this platform for that kind of foolishness. Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah, I got this Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 17. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated.
Yeah.
So you got to control that anger, Hebrew. You said you corrected things after the first time, but you repeated the same mistake.
Yeah. See, and that's where it says forgive him if he repent.
Right.
So did you repent because you got caught up, or did you repent, you know?
And then he admitted he cussed all our asses out.
Yeah.
Right. I want to apologize. I cussed all y'all ass out.
Now look, that shows you a real man, you know, so you a cuss with the best of them. So yeah, like that about you.
Well, we used to that. We used to that kind of
cussed
thing.
out. Yeah. So.
And he cussed all y'all out up in the God's Warrior 298.
Oh, wow.
Because y'all was hee-hawing when his ass got thrown head first off them airwaves and out the room. He cussed all y'all ass out too.
Wow. Let me read this verse 29, Brother Jacob.
Go ahead.
Verse 29 of that Proverbs 14, it says, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding.
That's right.
But he that is haughty of spirit exalted folly.
Yeah.
So you can't be haughty of spirit, bro, and say that the people know that's how you are, and you don't exalt folly. No, we don't do that.
No, we don't know nothing about that.
Right.
No, that's like having a cousin that's a sloppy ass drunk who start talking all greasy around the mouth when you hit that fifth drink.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I am when I get like this.
Y'all holler. Y'all know how Willie is. No, I don't know Willie. You better get out my face with that. Willie about to get dropped over here.
Yeah.
Breath smelling like all doors and loud talking.
And the pissed on my couch.
Right. Just because that's how you are, don't make it okay.
Negro 5'1" tall and woofing like he ready to whoop everybody in the building's ass. Y'all can sit around and listen to that. Oh, that's just Willie talking over there. No, Willie getting ready to get his ass handled. He getting ready to get an atomic wedgie and thrown head first up out of here. Boy, give me a last word, Daniel Solomon.
Boy, you know what it is, y'all. Let's keep the commandments and live, y'all. Let's be real with one another. Hey, look, we ain't trying to control your life. Don't try to control mine. The Most High control our lives and our souls and spirits, y'all. Let's try to keep these commandments and live.
Well said, Hebrew. Tobias, excellent swordsmanship today. Give me a last word.
Well, through much tribulation do we enter to the kingdom, family. It's going to get worse before it get better. Continue to endure hardness as good soldiers. Be strong out there, Zion.
Hallelujah. My last word is, if y'all enjoy the live programming, want to help us build on these platforms, fight off these cyber attacks, consider making a donation to the station. It's needed and greatly appreciated in this hour. If it's the Most High's will, we'll open up the platform tomorrow night. Prayerfully, all 6 lines will be up and running for Open Line Monday / New Music Monday. So until next time, shalom to the 12 tribes worldwide.